Whoops. Woof! Hey, small batch starting us out with the donation to Direct Relief. Thank you very much. Mindcraft. Call your mother. Ooh, I've not done that in a long time. It's been many, many months. Many moons. Oh, we're definitely going to cross the 29 gigabyte threshold. Definitely, maybe, probably. I don't know. But we started this FLoB-A-THON at just under 28, so we've almost surpassed 1,000 megabytes in a week here. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting indeed. Who's ready? Who's ready for this jelly? How much RAM in the machine? Rage Against the Machine? I have 32 gigabytes of RAM in my computer. More than any computer needs. Honestly, the next time I build a new computer, which who knows when that'll happen, I'll just take 16 gigs from this computer and put it in the next one. Oh, man. All right, who's ready? Get your woofs ready. Wait, hold on. I gotta get my windows ready too. All right. That was a very early woof. If this was an episode, I would cut that out because it happened when the world was still loading. And then this would be the official woof. Woof woof. Woof woof. My inventory is full. It is completely over encumbered. Let's leave yesterday's hidey hole. Let's secure it. We've been placing signs every time we start a FLoB-A-THON day. Oh, that's not... What am I doing? I thought I was, like, making a boat. Oh, bleh, bleh, bleh. FLoB-A-Day-A-Rama 2019. Wait a minute. Oh, it's FLoB-A-THON-A-Day-A-RAMA. Okay, wait a minute. I'm like, that fit before. Day 5. F3. F3 day. A lemon! Very generous. We are currently at 31,820.19 for Direct Relief Charity. Thank you very much, Alan Lemon, for that very generous donation to Direct Relief. And a message of happy 31st August 2019 to Kurt and all the Farlanders. Happy indeed. Let's grab Wolfie and continue west. Continue west. I need a new sword soon. I don't know what I'm using it for. But I've got a... Oh, I did kill a bunch of zombies in a spawner yesterday, didn't I? I guess that would have impacted the... strength, endurance. You know what I mean. Leaves. I don't know if I've been doing many leaves with it. I've been breaking my workbench with it every now and again. Durability, thank you. Words are not my strong suit. FLoB-A-THON-A-DAY-A-RAMA, thank you for the donation to Direct Relief. Who are the special guests? I've not scheduled anyone. I think Fedrin is around. I know Good, Cone are out having a date day, and they were going to try, depending on what time they get back, and I know Good was going to stream as well. So I don't know. It's an open invite. It's an open... I've openly invited... I guess I could, like, tweet too, but I doubt people... Like, Gavin is a busy person. I don't think he has the time or the wherewithal to join. But Capybara Cosmonaut, thank you for that very nice donation of $69 to Direct Relief. And Lightning 4000 for that $50 to Direct Relief. Much appreciated. Capybara Cosmonaut asked a question here. Let me safely traverse this hill. I've noticed that over time you've transitioned from very PG commentary to allowing some swearing. Was the transition intentional or just a natural evolution of your style? I may be wrong, but it seemed to coincide with you starting to play PUBG. I mean, I don't know. I think I've become... Casual is the wrong word, but I mentioned before I watched one of my old Kerbal Space Program videos, and I was very radio voice and very... It was like a very specific delivery. But now you're starting to get just my normal voice. And my normal voice swears sometimes. Or talks about more adult topics. For dollar. For dollar? For jokes. For jokes! And things like that. So, yeah, it's kind of a... It's less effort to avoid swearing and things like that. And it's... I mean, some effort goes into keeping some of that out of Far Lands or Bust. But even that, I would like to see evolve. Just because I don't know necessarily how strict a, like, you know, the children audience of Far Lands or Bust, I don't know how significant that is of a viewership or even, like, the few parents of kids who watch Far Lands or Bust I've talked to, and I'm like, oh, sorry about some of the things. They're like, that's fine, it's funny. What's your least favorite question? Anything about favorites or least favorites. So, that one. Yeah, I've been placing signs, basically saying this is the start of day 5 or day 4, or, you know, whatever, at the beginning of every day. Ooh, I hear Skeletonus. Skeletonus! You were a car? What kind of car would you be? Very normal one that doesn't stick out. Probably a Subaru Crosstrek. They're everywhere here. Oh, that's right. I don't know. I don't think Xavier is around. Are they? But they have a bot that can do a guess thing. But I don't think... I certainly am unfamiliar with setting it up. No, it's been estimated that we will not be seeing the double rollover to the next jitter point. It was really evident when you're looking at a slab of snow. We could just do a Google form for guesses? No. I did that in the first few seasons, FLoB-A-THONs, and that's just a nightmare. Because then you have people cheating because people like to ruin everything and, like, submitting multiple guesses with different names. and I would have to set up the thing and keep track of it, and then like search it when it's done. We're going easy peasy, low stress, low impact exercise. You think we went backwards, pellet hands? You think we went backwards? Why are some trees red? We have a very slight texture pack based on the default texture pack of Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. That gives some trees more of a range of colors, as well as changes clay to be a red. Gives me this background and the Farlands Are Bust logo on my inventory screen. Gives Wolfie 3D glasses. Back before I started raising money for charity with this series, I was like, let's walk to the Farlands. And it was just like a series, and very soon it became very, very boring. So I'm like, what can I do to spice it up? And I thought, oh, I can turn this series into a texture pack review series. And every episode load up a new texture pack. And I did that for like 3 episodes. And then I'm like, okay, that's no good. That's a no good. But then I did kind of pick and choose kind of my favorite things of the few texture packs I did try. And somebody turned it into a FLoB texture pack. Back in the ye old days of 2011. Oh my. Alright. No, we just started. F3 is going to be maybe in about 3 hours. If we, you know, I wouldn't be walking if we pressed F3. Essentially. When we press F3, we stop walking and make a monument of it. Alright, Wolfie, don't drown while we're doing this. You shouldn't, but please don't. First night. Indeed. Spaloosh. Oh, I should probably use a boat. Ooh. Hi, Babs. I guess I can't, you know, I've been taking the first days alone, but I'm also not going to be going for 6 hours today like I have other days. So, there. So there, he says. I, Boris. You, Boris. We all, Boris. For I, Boris. Thank you very much for 43 months in the sub-tub. And Nicholas! Nicholas! With a $10 donation to Direct Relief, thank you very much. And Gamer Geek with a Twitch Prime, thank you very much.
Lisa needs braces.
We're getting close to $32,000. Crazy. I need some wood.
Lisa needs braces.
Spoon Dizzle. Spoon Dizzle. Thank you for that, Twitch Prime. Welcome to the sub-tub. We do have a Discord for the sub-tub.
Lisa needs braces.
That shares a server with the patron server. If that's your sort of thing. Xantor Gaming, you as well are welcome to that. Thank you for joining the sub-tub with Twitch Prime. It's a sub-train. I did craft my tweet to be more retweet friendly. A lot of times I'm just like, I'm live, here's a funny gif, and like that's it. But I'm like, okay, here's some like actual information. Somebody has never heard of me or Farlands or Bust, that would get them some basics about what's happening today. When is the server? Oh, Wolfie! Dang noodle. Boop. Boop. I'm confused. This is the way I was going. There's Xavier Penguin.
Careful, Wolfie.
Careful, Wolfie. Indeed. Thank you for 44 months in the sub-tub. So, Xavier Penguin, I hear you have some sort of chatbot that may or may not be able to take guesses from chatters for what the F3 number would be, and then be able to display the closest guess when we actually do it. Like, I know you've normally set it up for bingo where the numbers are like 19 and 17 and 13, you know. But are there options for the millions? I guess a problem with that is people might include commas, which would screw up the, however it keeps track of that sort of thing. Not a necessity, no obligation. You already do so much for the patron server and stuff. But just an idea. An idea that is floating around the ether that may or may not doesn't need to come to fruition. A lot of snow today. I mean, it's only been one Minecraft day, but the majority of it has been in a snow biome. A lovely melody. Thank you for that donation to Direct Relief. Ah, it doesn't do the closest. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. So I guess that would be kind of pointless. CS3. Thank you for $20 donation to Direct Relief. And Solaris, $10 to Direct Relief. Thank you very much. So close. So close to that 32,000. Boat. Oh, I have a boat. I shall use this boat. When do we hit the Farlands? Yeah, anywhere between today and 27 years from now. Farlands are the friends we made along the way. Ooh. Oh, yeah, Wolfie, push that boat. I want to see what happens. Not to Wolfie, but to the boat. Nothing, huh? Boats can just sit there when in an obvious current. Whee! Oh. Science! Scarf! Thank you for $25 to Direct Relief. Let's see here. Do we have any questions? First donations. Very happy you're still going. Thank you very much, CS3. Mighty walk for a worthy cause. Thank you very much, Scarf, and everybody who's donated. 32 Thundos. Much appreciated. Ooh. Anonymous. Thank you for that $10 donation to Direct Relief. Of course, Direct Relief are actually already preparing and involved in responding to the hurricane. Right now going through the Bahamas, and depending on where it goes, we'll do something to Florida and the southeast coast. Got the workbench out. Might as well make use of it. Oh, yeah, Wolfie. Last season we made cakes. Last season was cake season. This season we already made a fishing rod and went fishing. That's a first. I have found some redstone that maybe we can create some note blocks. We haven't seen or made a note block. But also a little stretch goal if we raise 35,000 by the end of today, within the next 3 hours, I'll make a, maybe not today, but maybe like for the monument, dig down, find a diamond to make a record player, a jukebox. Woof. Mom Divine, thank you for $5 to Direct Relief. Much appreciated. Ooh. Let's see here. Elevated hidey hole. Torch. And bed. And sleep. And awakeness. Weatherman, who's been crunching the numbers and writing on Windows, all a beautiful mind style, has been adjusting their guesstimation. Put us about 3.7 million. What is your F2 number? My F2 number is that. Spoiler alert. Zenos Vaz, thank you for $25. to direct relief. Hype. Yikes at the viewers. Hello, viewers. Hi, how are you? Happy Saturday. Thank you for joining. Yes, every day is F3 day from now on, if this is the sort of interest. Playing Dirt Rally, F3 day! Woof woof! $20. Thank you very much. From Vico Raider. Very chill. It's very chill. We're very chill here. Don't have a specific... Yeah, like even when I'm recording episodes, I do feel like I have to keep talking in radio voice and podcast. No dead air. But here, there can be dead air. There can be so much dead air.
R.I.P. all that air.
Just all the air is dead, Fedrin.
Am I in trouble?
I'm furious.
Oh, no!
I am not at all.
Okay. Alright. I did say.
Yeah, you did. You're sending out the signal fires.
And I can sort of blame Seth, because he's like, you should do a at everyone or something. And I'm like, okay.
Blame Seth. Ask, how do you get on the Mindcrack server? Ask Seth, and then blame Seth.
Oh no. Oh no. Now I'm really in trouble.
Yeah.
So how's it going?
Going well.
Very chill.
Very chill. Very chill. Very... well, early for me. Like, even though, yes, it's noon, it's still, like, my blood isn't flowing yet. Like, I don't know, it just still feels like when I was recording the not at all an announcement video for YouTube. I'm like, oh boy, look at those bags under my eyes.
Oh
I
no.
don't have blood pressure yet or something.
Yeah.
Cone likes the red blob shirt. I do like the new models of shirts that they have at tpublic.com, which conveniently is down for maintenance right now, or at least the last time I checked.
No.
Lisa
I was
needs
gonna say I need to
braces.
check it out because you and Cone use it, and I'm like, "Ugh, I still don't have a merch site.
You should let me know if that's something you want, because I have like
Oh.
referral codes to refer an artist or
Oh.
and stuff like that.
Lisa needs braces.
See, and then I was gonna go hard into the like, yeah, everybody should go check out Kurt in another tab, a separate tab, not this tab, but a different tab. They should go check out Kurt's. But you're saying it's down right now.
It was. I don't know if it still is.
Oh.
Solo Skuron, thanks for $5 to direct relief. And then Frederick and Alone a Lot, thank you for the sub-tubs.
Sub-tubs.
Sub-tubs. But yeah, they've it used to be like, because I'm like kind of in between. I'm a medium in a t-shirt, but also sometimes that can be too small, or I have to be super careful about not shrinking the shirt. But they changed, like, I guess the brand of shirt they've been using, and it's a much more
Everything's in chaos.
well-fitting shirt for me anyway.
Ooh.
Although the
You're saying we
tags-
should have a Kurt calendar now with the new
Kurt-
shirt on.
Kurt in a shirt calendar.
Kurt in a shirt calendar. Some of the months are slightly tighter, slightly more well fitted.
Slightly
Ow.
tighter. Dig Down Deep, thanks for $20 for direct relief. Alright, we got a couple questions here. What's been your favorite location outside the US to visit? Where would you like to visit? I haven't been outside the U.S. too much. We just talked that I went up to Canada
The Canada.
in
With the
July.
Nana Imo.
The Nanamino bar.
Nana Imo. Yeah.
I mean, that was really nice. Um,
It's pretty much Seattle, but Canada.
True, yes. And you can drive 100 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, kilometers is weird.
It was weird
Like,
that
there's some roads you can do like 120 or
Mm.
130, I think. Maybe 120 is the max.
it was weird that my Google Maps like automatically updated
Oh no.
the like instead of saying
Yeah.
in 2 miles exit, you know, it went to kilometers. But then on the way
Wow.
back, it didn't switch back. I had to restart my
Oh
phone
no.
because it was
Oh,
still
no.
doing kilometers, even though I had already crossed the border and was back in the U.S.
I was gonna say it's too smart, but you know, then you proved me wrong.
Nope, not smart enough. Been to Mexico a few times. Went to Paris for Minecon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't been much of an
See, a lot of-
international traveler.
A lot of my international travel is like PAX,
Right.
because that's international for me. I went to AGDQ once,
Mm.
like 2015. Went to TwitchCon once. I was on the first panel of the first TwitchCon ever, actually.
That should have earned you a badge.
Right?
Or at least, you know, partnership
Or
long
an
before you
achievement.
actually got it.
Or like there's even an achievement for like go to TwitchCon, and I don't have that achieved in the dashboard.
Oh, nice, because you went to the one that they
Right?
don't talk
I went
about.
before they yeah. It's like, come on, like, hello.
The good one, where it was like actually about meeting and industry stuff. And now it's
Oh,
more like a
man, really?
VidCon.
Rough, because I thought at the time that it was like this needs a lot of work.
Oh yeah, that I heard too. But it was
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah,
small
apparently
indie
good.
TwitchCon.
Yeah.
Lisa needs braces.
Oh, okay, yeah. I had like I think I had multiple job offers at that one for like PR jobs too at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Greg, what's his name? The guy that everybody knows from the Mindcrack marathon that does the pancakes and the waffles
Oh,
or
Andy?
something. Andy, yeah, I was basically gonna like his old job, one of his old jobs. They were like, "Yeah, we want to hire you for this." Before he was gonna mentor me apparently,
Mm.
but then he's not at the job anymore.
I can't remember
Obviously.
because he was. I don't know if he's still with Discord or not, but
Yeah,
worked
he's
with
worked a couple jobs since I met
Discord
him the
and
first time.
Microsoft and yeah.
Yeah, which is funny because then you guys are like, "Yeah, Andy," and I'm like, "Oh, I met that guy. I was gonna like have his job basically."
Who's going to usurp?
Well, yeah. And it's funny too because his employers at the time, like, because this was at TwitchCon, and Danny Baranovsky, I don't really know how to pronounce his last name right. Danny B. Danny B was going by, and I was like, "Oh, Danny, come over here. Like, hey, like, say hi to these people, right?" And they're like, just pleasantly saying like, "Oh, hi, yeah, yeah, who, yeah, sure, hi." And then he left, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, have you met Danny before?" And they're like, "No, who is he?" And I'm like, "You work in PR in the gaming industry with indie games, and you don't know who Danny B is? Like, are you kidding me?"
I don't know who Danny B is.
He's done music for some amazing games. He's one of like, the juggernauts for like indie gaming music. So it was just like, what? Like, like you don't work PR, but like it's like you work PR in the indie gaming and you don't know who Danny B is. And I just, But it was funny because then I told them, I'm like, "Yeah, you did like music for this game and this game and this game and this game." And they're like, "I love that game and that music." And I'm like, "Yeah, that was Danny B." And they're like, "Oh, now I actually have respect for that person that I just said hi to pleasantly." Like, it was so whatever.
It was it the first? Yeah, it must have been the first FLoB-A-THON when I had Gavin on, and I think it must have been I think it was Nia from Two Girls One Minecraft. Like after he left, she was like, "Oh, that was that Gavin? Oh, jeez."
I think I was on one of the calls with Nia. I was on one of the calls with them at the time. One of the FLoB calls. And it was one of those things where it's like I met them separately through somebody else as well, and
Right.
then I was like, "Oh, you know them too?" And
Right.
just yeah, one of those things. But yeah.
Cindervet, thank you for the Twitch Prime, and then Bowstripe with 5747.
Oh yeah, did you have more questions? We totally went off on a tangent.
I had a couple more. I mean, no, that's exactly what the questions are for. They fill the dead air that would normally stink up
Rip in
these
peace.
Far Lands of Bust
2019.
experiences.
All of the dead air.
Dig Down Deep asked, you've often commented how Juno associates your snoring with the end of an episode, and then vies for your attention. What is it that she associates with the end of an episode?
Walkie?
Going for a walk? Food, like, just essentially that I think it's just that I'm no longer
Distracted
ignoring
by the
her
computer.
and distracted. Right.
Yeah.
I remember Eva doing the same thing, but it was more like to the I will see you next time, or even like the sound of my computer turning off. They tend to pick up on those things.
Yeah, they're much more attentive, from what I understand. Dogs.
Yes, I mean even Juno will also respond to the Car on a Stick song, because that's like the literal, like she knows that's the end. That's when I normally turn everything off and stand up and walk out of the room. So she'll start whining if she hears that song. Which oftentimes it's only on in my headphones and I don't turn on the speakers, but
that's funny.
yes. And then Bowstripe. If you could live in a high-rise in downtown Seattle, or in the Seattle Underground? Like the underground, like the like where the tour is, the underground, just a little sidewalk underground.
With gum on it?
Would you choose with gum?
Is it the sidewalk you're talking about with the gum?
No, there's because in like early 1900s, like Seattle burned down. And then they just built on top of it. Like they just raised the street levels one story. So
Didn't
there
they do
is
something like that in like Boston or something too.
It seems like it's happened in every city. Like Chicago burned down, and then they put all the debris out into the water, and then now that's what Grant Park is. They just built it on top of the debris of the Chicago fire. Similarly, like Seattle did that, but they raised up the streets. And then, like, all the buildings were already built, so the buildings had to raise up their, like, entrances and stuff, and then build sidewalks. So there were all these kind of tunnels and old building facades underground, under the sidewalks in particular neighborhoods. And there's tours.
I think the only reason I know about that is from the Dresden Files books. I don't know if you read those.
No.
It's like one of those. What is it called? Like detective magic. There's a word.
Detective magic.
What is that genre? It's gonna bother me until I think of it.
Modern fantasy, urban fantasy.
Urban fantasy is probably what I'm thinking. Probably, yeah. Gosh, that series is probably still going, huh? I haven't read the last like 10 books probably. But yeah, it's set in Chicago, and there's a lot of like the under Chicago area that they deal with, at least in some of the earlier books.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in any way related to the Chicago fire. It might more be related to like the prohibition and like the mob and tunnels and things, something like that.
I think it's all of the above probably. Yeah. It's all just like historically related stuff. But I know in Japan there was similar kind of issues where like stuff would all burn down, and it's like, well, everything was flammable except for like the castles. So like that's why they would have places where you could like rent like things that were expensive so that you didn't have to worry about those things getting destroyed in the next fire.
Very nice.
Yeah, like just because there would just be that many fires that it was just like, well, everything's gone now. So I don't know as much about that either, but
Eric Chieftain, thank you for 20 months with your Twitch Prime subtub.
subtub. You got the subtub, I got the fed bed.
The fed bed, that is interesting.
Well, when you remember that I streamed from my bed for 6 months.
Right. And like
It's
even
a
your
little
like
less-
BRB screen, isn't it your bed or your bedroom?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is my bedroom. I'm in my bedroom, but usually it's basically, well, the thing that's on my BRB screen is actually the bed desk, and it's now a cat bed area.
Ah, it's been
So yeah, we
repurposed.
made like a bed desk, and we actually had like 2 monitors clamped onto this thing, and like the microphone hanging from the ceiling, and like a webcam hanging from the ceiling, and it was pretty intense setup considering I was streaming from my bed. But yeah, we did that for 6 months.
Ascendiata, thank you for that Twitch Prime. Welcome, welcome.
That's something I still need to do. I need to apply to get my emote code changed.
Oh, that's right, because yeah, as a
Yeah.
affiliate, you're stuck with what they give you.
Yeah, first 5 letters.
That's why
So
it's
it's Fedra.
Hondo.
Yeah. Which apparently he likes that though.
Yeah,
so
he's keeping
gonna
it.
keep it. Yeah.
Is cone taken, I'm assuming, maybe?
No idea. I know some people like they would even change it to something that was not related to their name. So somebody I know, I think their code is WUT, like what? But that's not like their name is Smite. So it's not related to their name at all.
Makes it easier to type in or something like that.
Yeah, it makes it more meme, you know.
More memery.
More memery.
Out of time ward with a hundo.
Hundo.
For direct relief, thank you very much. And Knafrag, frag for 20 bucks.
You got there in the end.
I did. and that's all that really matters. Are there any hobbies? Well, I guess I didn't really answer Bowstrive's question. I don't know if I would choose either. Living in a high-rise or underground. I mean, if I had to choose, probably the high-rise, because it would be nice to have a view. But also just living downtown in high-rises, like they don't have garages or parking.
Or garbage can space, or like just the sound echoing up from them. And I lived downtown Vancouver for like 3 years.
That's why, like, if I had to live in a city, it would probably be Chicago. Just because I know the city and, like, familiar with it, and I kind of like it more than other cities, even though I'm not a huge city person regardless, but...
Yeah. Do you like the weather?
The weather is bad and terrible.
That's kind of what I've heard. I've heard the weather is terrible.
But the city is good-ish.
I'm not a big weather person, just in general. I just grown up in such mild weather my whole life. Like having weather at all is just like, what is this?
What is this atmospheric turbulence?
Yeah, basically. It's like, why is it anything other than mild, basically?
Forest Cat Peter, thanks for 10 bucks. And Eric
Forest
Chieftain,
Cat Peter.
50 bucks. Forest Cat Peter. What are your fans' names? Did they have?
Fed heads, or they're in the Federation, yeah.
Ah, the Federation, that's a good one.
Yeah. How do you know he's a Fed head?
Because you responded when I said his name.
Oh.
You're like,
You
Force
I
Cat
could.
Peter.
That's a good
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good.
That's a good one.
I thought you were gonna say like, oh, because his name's got like cat in it or something. That I was just thinking it was cute.
Oh no, it sounded like you recognized the name, so I assumed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, your assumption was correct. Apparently, I'm very easy to read.
And Kyoki Potato. Thank you for $5 for direct relief. Let's see. Nafrag asked, is there any hobby or activity that you miss from a former life? Reincarnation. For example, when I started doing my PhD, I had to reduce my internet, give up cooking, and I really miss doing those things the life before the PhD project. I mean, astronomy? I mean, I still have a telescope and could do it. I just live in a place where it's not conducive to it. And I just don't have the time. I mean, I can always make
light pollution that's not conducive.
Light pollution and just the unstable atmosphere, and also how far north we are. The skies don't change with the seasons.
Oh, wow.
Really.
Really?
Like, the further south you are, you can, as you get into winter or summer, that south horizon changes, and you can start to see some of the more southern stars and constellations. But up here,
Yes.
the North Star is so nearly centered in the sky, you're just stuck with the northern hemisphere.
Oh, see, I mean, there's totally changes.
They change
There
through the
is.
seasons, but
Like Cygnus moves and stuff.
right, yeah, you versus like day constellations versus night constellations change as we orbit the sun. But
I
also,
think they changed to the seasons a little bit. Orion totally moves.
right, it moves, but not to the degree.
Oh, well, yeah, see, that's the thing. I grew up norther than Seattle, so I'm like,
Right.
that's just how it moves.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't know
also-
that things moved more than that.
Yeah, well, I mean, and also like all the planets, like the actual solar system, I don't know what the heck it's called, equator, is much like they're never directly overhead. It's very close to the horizon, which makes them
So
difficult
basically,
to see.
it's just, yeah, it's just more. I didn't, yeah, no, I never knew that, like, at all.
Yeah. Plus, a lot of trees. The ecliptic, thank you. A lot of trees.
A lot of mountains too.
Trees.
depending
Well,
on-
I guess the mountains aren't as big of a deal as just locally trees. There aren't like very many, like in Illinois, just wide open, fields and flat.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I have nowhere, like I can't outside of my house just plop down a telescope and reliably get a good chunk of the sky because there's trees everywhere and buildings and yes, the light pollution, of course.
Yeah, light pollution.
Although I think this weekend or in the next couple days, they witnessed a solar activity, and there could be a like Northern Lights
Ooh.
event.
Northern Lights are really cool.
I've
definitely. Have you seen those?
Never seen them.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good.
Bucket list item like the eclipse and stuff.
Yeah, one of my mom's bucket list items is what are those bugs called?
Cicadas?
Nope. The
Bugs.
glowy butt ones.
Oh, lightning bugs.
Well, yeah, but we don't call them that.
Oh, really? You don't call them
What's
lightning
the other
bugs?
one? Yeah, what's the other thing they're called? Chat, back me up here. What's the
Fireflies.
other? Fireflies.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
that's-
I guess we call them those too.
Yeah, that's one of my mom's bucket list things is fireflies.
Oh, those were all over in Illinois.
Yeah, that's the thing is it's more of a U.S. thing than a Canada thing.
Bonnery, $129 to direct relief. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And then Gamer Gull with 1111. Thank you very much.
Are they making pretty numbers with these?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
We're at $32,511.46. This is very generous today, everybody. And then Bonnery, well, I guess astronomy. I'm trying to answer that other question. But I mean, they've been replaced with other hobbies like hiking and too many cars.
Too many cars. Too many cars.
That's the sitcom.
What? Yes.
He's got too many cars. Bling.
Yes.
Previously on Too Many Cars. Where do I park my cars? Womp womp womp. Marcel
Yes.
Van Dongen, thank you for $50 to Direct Relief. Much appreciated. Bonnery asked, what have you been listening to recently? What's your most listened to album? I don't listen to... I guess that's another hobby, listening to music. Just because I'm not commuting anywhere is when I would normally listen to music, or even like as a web designer, listening while working. I often just get stuck. If I am going to drive somewhere, and I do have time to like put something on radio or something, and I'm like I have like a playlist of like, these are your most listened to songs on Google Play Music.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then they like, just because that's the only playlist I play, they just keep getting more and more view or listens, so they just move further and further up the list, so it becomes very repetitive.
Do you use Pretzel Rocks?
No.
Okay, well, I've been using Pretzel Rocks a lot recently for like streams, and I found out that the playlist that I was using wasn't randomized like I thought it was. So every single day you could actually tell, like, because I was listening to just the ambient playlist, and you could tell how far we were into the stream by what song was playing. Because it was just like the same song order every single day. Yeah, and it was just like, I was like, okay, I need to change it up a little bit.
Somebody in Fedrin's chat donated $5.
What?
That's their name. Somebody in Fedrin's chat.
Oh, thank you.
Marcel, what question did you have? Oh, you didn't have a question. You just said, I've watched a journey off and on from the start. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Marcel. Much appreciated.
Lisa needs braces.
Brio, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the tub. Always little patches of water that I can see the other side. Always waste a boat, but fast enough, I guess. It's a renewable resource.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it doesn't take you long to get another boat. Not that I should be the one being like, yeah, whatever. I have an input on this situation that has nothing to do with me. Oh, that's on my body. I'm doing that thing where I keep like working on different areas of this build, like from one end to the other. So then I keep moving like my temporary supplies to other areas and then forgetting where it all is.
Yeah.
And it's like, where is the stone cutter? I don't know. Have you used the stone cutter?
I think I used cones in his base to try to look at different stones, but then I ended up going with just like basic, like uncut stones.
Lisa needs braces.
Closing parenthesis.
Pretty good. The stone cutter makes it very much feel like they need some kind of wood equivalent, because you know how like annoying it is that like a trapdoor takes like 6 wood planks and like the fences are just a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah.
It makes it even more frustrating because now you can take like one piece of stone and turn it into like a fence. And you're like, what? If I could do that, what about all the wood stuff? What? It very much feels like they need to have a wood equivalent.
Jeb Kerman 8675309. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. 3 months in a row.
8675
That was gonna be my guess. It's gonna be
309.
3,867,530.9. It's gonna be the F3 number for me.
I have literally zero clue.
Claimed it. Nobody else can guess that.
Need more lights. Dang. Sure.
Exactly 4 million. Woodcutter? Wouldn't that just be called a table saw?
Well, that's the thing too, is like the saw like doesn't even hurt you, and yeah, that's another silly thing.
But the campfire sure does. I've found that out very quickly.
Yeah, it sure does. Sure does. I feel like the campfire is one of the things that people were most hype about, and one of the things I see people use the least.
Mm.
Like they only use it for when it's extinguished. To use it for, that was something I was saying it would look cool as something in your
Warehouse?
warehouse, yeah.
Like a
Or
stack of
using
something.
it for smoke basically, and that's about it. Have you played around with the bees?
Do we even have the bees on the Mindcrack server?
No,
No, that's like the
but if
pre-release.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I've barely played around with the current release
Uh,
on the Mindcrack server. Bees
what?
are beyond me.
Beyond you.
Yay.
I got it. I'm sorry. The one thing about the bees that I really like is the fact that, because you know how they have the sound effect thing that you can turn on the side, and it tells you what the sound effects are.
Oh, right, the
Like-
captions sort of thing.
Yeah, like slime squishes, guardian hurts, guardian moans. Don't ask me why the guardians moan. But there is one for the bees that is bee buzzes happily.
Happily. Do they have
Happily.
emotions?
Bee buzzes happily, and I guess it's when they have the pollen on their butt.
Mm.
So when they have the pollen on their butt, they buzz happily, and when they don't have the pollen on their butt, they just buzz normally.
Bee buzzes normally.
Yeah. Like, uh, hmm.
Oh, that was a in-game woof, not a donation woof.
I changed some of my. I haven't changed any of my donation sounds in ages, but I changed some of them recently, and one of them is just like me giggling, and every time people are like, "I didn't hear a notification sound." Like it was me giggling.
Yeah,
That was a notification.
I have like I have sound clips of like one of them is like, I remember what I was playing. I think I was playing like Roller Coaster Tycoon or something. But anyway, I said like, I'm very greedy. So like had that for like my donation or bit alert, but I didn't, I can't, no, my own voice as an alert is very confusing and frightening.
Oh no.
Probably get the pig.
Well, and that's why I picked that specific sound effect for like the tier that I did, because I was like, this is like inoffensive, it's not irritating, it's just like a giggle. It's really short.
Right.
It shouldn't get annoying if people spam it, But then people are like, I didn't even hear a thing. And I'm like, oh no.
Yes, we've been going for about an hour, so I will do ye old break and back up.
Hmm.
Those of you joining, this is your first FLoB-A-THON day. Every hour, gotta stop the game, exit the game, back up the save file just in case, because after, at least in this version, and certainly with as far as we are, we've had instances in the past where the game is like, no further, no more for you, and then freezes up and crashes, and things happen, like Wolfie disappears or whatever, but so gotta do that about every hour, so that's gonna happen at the sunset.
Also, breaks are good for your health.
Breaks are good for your... Yeah, I've noticed that, like... Okay, you're just walking in the game, but, like, holding down the W key...
Oh, yeah. That, yeah.
Much longer than I am used to. I
Yeah.
can feel it in my wrists.
Yeah. That was, when I was doing the Nether Fortress farm. I was at the end, basically, the last, like, day or two, all I was doing was slabbing. So the sheer amount of, like, right-clicking, my, what was it, what finger? Yeah, I guess my middle finger on my my right hand. My right hand was just, like, agony, and just my whole wrist, like, all the way up the nerves was just like, nope, 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 nope. So I started, like, changing my, like, hand position on the mouse, because I was like, I want to finish! I'm
Right.
almost done! But it was just excruciating. Actually, well, this might not be something you experience, but one thing I experience as well is when I grow my nails out a little bit longer, like it actually affects the angle that I press like WASD at, and then that hurts in like a different way, and I'm experiencing that right now.
Ah, yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. And I don't have like those like super long, terrifying nails that some people do. It's just like not cut down to the skin, basically. Where is the slime? It must die.
I shouldn't go that way. Oh, I've made mistakes.
Uh-oh.
I mean, just traversing. Oh, we'll see.
Lisa needs
Oh, okay.
braces.
Maybe not. Oh, already. That you didn't even fall. It was just... Oh, okay. Wait. Ah, no. Okay. Ah.
Careful, please.
Just hoping he'll spawn down here. Yep. Spawning. There he is. Jazeum, thank you for that tier 1 sub. Welcome to the sub tub. Ah, woof woof. EMC98, thank you for that $10 to direct relief. This dog is a menace, yes. Thank you very much. If you were given the option to live indefinitely, would you take it and why? I think I've answered this before.
Lisa needs braces.
Like, probably? Just because I don't believe there's anything after you die to fill the time. But also, there are obvious problems with that that have been explored many, many times over in many a vampire movie.
Yeah, I was well. I was thinking of Highlander. I immediately
Mhm.
got like "Who Wants to Live Forever" going through my head.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's always... Yeah, I don't know. All those are always like, oh, it's such a burden. I don't know if it would be a burden. It would suck to have to, like, make new friends every 60 years or something like that, and then to see those old friends
Hmm.
die and stuff like that. But... Tail way down? No, he's fine. I just fed him.
Yeah, I don't know how the mental health toll would be on me.
Right. I mean, it would certainly
like,
open
what-
up a lot of possibilities and
Yeah,
less
exactly. It's like,
stress.
what would I? Yeah, there would be less things to stress about, but also like certain decisions would be a lot more impactful and long lasting.
Mhm.
You know, and like, is your body gonna stay healthy, or is that gonna just continue to decay? You know, like,
Well, yeah, if that was the case, then no thanks. I don't want to be walking around as a dried
yeah,
up old
like unable to die and
prune.
just like, yeah, just shriveling away.
RPJE Goblin, thanks for that Twitch Prime. And FP Becker, thank you for that donation. 20 bucks to Direct Relief, much appreciated. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I will not have these decisive politics be brought into my stream. It's no place for such conversations.
Lisa needs braces.
Mm-hmm.
Fran of Valakalad. I don't know how to say that.
Excuse me?
But thank you for... There's a lot of consonants and vowels right next to each other. It's very confusing. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Oops. Hey, have a seat. All right.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know if there would be something that you know, like that my life would be the one that would be worth being that long to like achieve something.
Right. But, I mean, yeah. Then there's also like, well, if that were the case, then there would be no pressure to like achieve something in a
'cause
given
you don't
time
need
because
to-
you don't have to
yeah.
worry about that.
Yeah, or and just like having a legacy, it's like, who cares? You're still alive.
Right, yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Oops. That's not what I meant to do, but wait a minute. This hidey hole situation is all wrong.
Alright, well, after that talk about slabbing, I just slabbed an entire area underneath my farm just so that there's less slimes.
Slab lands are bust.
So many slabs. I actually, what am I at here? There's no statistics in that version, right?
Apparently there are, but they're
Um,
not accessible unless you update it to another version so that like shows because people are like, oh, how many Minecraft days? And it
yeah,
apparently is being held somewhere, but I've never looked at it.
Well, what was it? There's like apparently in like the console version, they've had like the slot for shields for like forever, but they didn't have the ability to like make or use shields.
Hmm. Interesting.
And they apparently just recently got the ability to like hold a shield. It's like, what? You've had the slot forever. There's something else that's like not attainable recently that someone was saying.
LG. $171.54. Thank you very much. $32,768 even. Quick, what is 2 times 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 2?
I don't know.
I bet you it's a multiple of 2.
Probably.
Be weird if it wasn't.
Yeah, I've got 27.14 days on the Mindcrack server. And
Is
in the
that's
nether
human days?
human days.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've in the Nether Fortress farm, I mined 275,000 netherrack, and I used 65,841 slabs. That's approximate. I mean, some of those slabs and netherrack were not in that form, but most of them were.
Back numbers. All right. Backing up the world. I assumed it would be 32,768. I assume that's the answer to 2 times 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 2 times.
Is that the number that the donation's at?
Yes.
Ah.
LG is a mathematician.
Mm.
I'm just now deeming that upon them.
Mm-hmm. That just is now their life.
It has been bequeathed.
Bequeathed. That's a good word. Probably because it sounds like other words, but it's still funny.
But it's not. It's a proper super English word. It's a super English word for those super English, the superheroes.
Super Englishers?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a quick actual break.
All right.
So I will BRB.
All right. I'll let you do that.
Indeed.
I'll go talk to my chat.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, I'm taking a real break. It's real quick. Gotta use the bathroom, etc., etc. And we're backing up the Minecraft Far Lines of Bust World. 39 gigs. Or are we still a little bit? I think we're still a little bit off, probably. Inarj, that's a name I recognize from way back in the day, right? Thank you very much for that Twitch Prime. Much appreciated. Much appreciated indeed. All right, here comes the big reveal. Oh, we're like this is like a FLoB episode off is about 30 megabytes per 3-day. So this time, this stretch is where we're going to be probably surpassing 29,000 megabytes of the Far Lands or Bust World. Pipe. Let's see here. Anonymous. Wait, get your woofs. Get your woofs. Woof. Hold on, I gotta like get Discord back up. Woof. We did it. Anonymous asked if NASA were to come to your door, but the moon and Mars are not the destination travel, where in the solar system would you prefer to go? Honestly, I mean, and we can also, for the sake of assumption, believe that they've fixed the whole murderous extrasolar radiation problem that is to holy Moses XYVAZ $333 for direct relief. Look at that number. Look at that number. 33,333. 3 hundos. Thank you very much. Wow, very generous. Very generous. FLoB, Farlanders, Flobbers, I almost called you. Much appreciated. Let's continue on. I don't know. Saturn? I mean, even just to, like, orbit Saturn. Like, do an in-person Cassini. Fly by the moons and things like that. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, hello!
Oh, hello! How was your break?
Apparently the quickest break I've ever taken, according to Cone Dodger. I don't know what he's
Oh.
saying about that. I'm a long breaker. Take long breaks. I do.
Long
I mean,
breaker,
comparatively
huh?
to other Twitch streamers, certainly.
Really?
I'll be like BRB, and it'll be like 10, 15 minutes sometimes.
I've seen people take like 30, 40-minute breaks.
Oh yeah, I've done that too. I mean, well, that's like the lunch break from before and stuff like that. I mean, a common, maybe not common, but at least the few streamers I see that I follow started to do like 2 streams a day, where they stream for like 3 or 4 hours in the morning, go do stuff for 2 hours, lunch, whatever, then come back later. I'd be down for that if I could be down for that. Like if I could be consistent enough to say, yes, that is what I'm gonna do. Because I'll like stream in the morning, and then I'll start doing stuff, lunch.
It still gives you time to like do things during like business hours too, and not
Right.
like miss out on all those kinds of things.
But then it becomes the point where it's like, oh, I've gotten in a groove doing other stuff that isn't streaming, and now it's gotten too late. I can't come back for that second stream a day. But that's just me. Oh, okay. NASA coming to your door. Sure, Saturn. Let's go to Saturn. Although, honestly, I'm very interested in Venus. So let's assume that they could, like, fix the whole being crushed and burned to death on the surface of Venus thing. I'd go there.
Sorry, I just had tea delivered, if you heard that noise.
Tea
That was my
delivered?
door. Yeah, Tim delivered tea to me.
Oh, okay. I thought there was, like, a tea delivery service.
No, not just a Tim.
Is that the name of the app?
No.
It's just a Tim. Bonnery asked, any upcoming film or game you're interested in seeing or playing? And the donations are coming in faster than I can read them. Yvette with 30.33, and Inarj again with $30. Thank you very much. We're in direct relief, and we're at in palindrome territory. 333-9333.
I really don't.
I haven't been keeping track of films that are coming out. I mean, I'll see the next Star Wars movie just because I've seen the other one, so.
I'm not caught up on those yet. Or the Marvel ones.
I still haven't seen the End Game one. But
Yeah, I
apparently
haven't
it's
seen
not
that
going to be on like Netflix or anything because Disney has their own thing. But like you can rent it from Amazon or whatever probably, so I'll do that. Computerizer, $150.
Hundo and a
Relief.
half.
1.5 hundo. Much appreciated. Very generous. Farlanders. Like, we were getting good donations and stuff, and every donation counts. But I was like, okay, we might reach like 30,000 or 31,000. But blam, today, I'm blasted out of the water.
Are you sticking? Did you decide whether you're sticking with the same charity for the next one, or?
I don't even know what I'm doing for dinner.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's something yet to be answered.
Mm.
I mean, I started this season without a charity at all and was just like walking for walking's sake before I went with direct relief and set that whole thing up with Tiltify. So, yeah, I don't know. How did you get down here, Wolfie? Jeez. Yeah, and games similarly. Games, I'm not like I don't. Most indie games I don't hear about until they're like already out, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna play it.
Yeah. It doesn't help that some of them actually do just like surprise launch.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
And I know there's people like I've got in touch with that's like, hey, okay, whenever your game's ready, like I know people that are interested, and then like I find out like months later, it's like, oh, that game came out already. What?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Why didn't anybody get in touch with me?
The Bass. Thank you for 1244 to Direct Relief. What? There's an indie game. Like I'll end up following like their Twitter or whatever as it's in development. I think it's called Dead Static Drive, where it's this kind of
never heard of it.
top-down, isometric sort of driving, but also like exploration-ish sort of game that just has a really neat style to it. But yeah, I followed them. It has to have been over a year ago, and it's like still in development. And I haven't specifically heard of release dates or anything. Diamist, thank you very much for $25 to Direct Relief. Much appreciated. Computerizer asked, suppose you had to live your life in a time before the 20th century. When and where would you prefer to live?
I would be dead.
You would be dead. Well, no.
Pretty much any
concept.
time period, I would be dead. Just health-wise, or because I'm a redhead and therefore a witch. You know, like there's just, but mostly just health-wise, I would be dead.
1899. Yep, just make it right on the border.
Actually, my great-grandfather was born in 1899. He's not alive anymore, but
That would.
I think he died in like 91, as in he was always like, basically his age was a year or like a number past whatever the year was.
Right. Yeah. Easy to keep track of.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly.
Does it have to be in the past or can it be in the future?
It does say before the 20th century specifically.
I couldn't remember if that was a thing or not.
I don't know. I'm not a big history buff, I guess, to be able to know what was happening when in what countries and milestones or things of interest going on. And yeah, most of the time things sound pretty horrible to live through. Jane, 1224, thanks for $10 to Direct Relief. Much appreciated. More peaceful ancient Greek Roman times? Right, but even then still you gotta deal with there's that whole diseases and slavery thing, and there still are
shorter time span of life.
Right, wars and stuff. Like they kind of started to figure out plumbing or whatever, but have you gone without a toilet for a long period of time? I mean, I suppose if that's the only time you lived, you would not know any better to know what you're missing, but still.
Have you ever used one of those like squatting toilets?
Squatty potty?
Well,
no, yeah, I know what you're talking about, like in Asia and
yeah.
I have not, and I would probably be very unhappy to do so. I have the whole gluten thing before I figured out it was gluten. I've had some very dire public restroom situations that put me in precarious situations that I do not wish to relive. And squatty potties, holes in the ground, would not be high on my list.
When you're healthy, like when you have good leg strength, they're not that bad.
Leg strength?
Yes. I mean, squatting above a toilet, it's
right.
not, but yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. It's not like I say, it's not bad, but I don't know if I would be like strong enough to use one of those.
You would get strong though.
Yeah, you would.
Real
you would.
quick.
That's the thing, right?
Every day, gotta squat.
Yeah.
Right. I've never gone like camping or done long-term hikes or anything where I would be forced to poop in the woods either.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a similar situation. It's kind of a dig a hole and squat situation. So never did that.
I've always, whenever we did that, it was usually at like a campground.
Right.
So they'd have
that
like
has
a
facilities or a
yeah.
right.
they'd
Yeah.
have- yeah.
A hole in the ground with a toilet over it.
Yes. Yeah. The hole in the ground with a toilet seat on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full of spiders. Always full of spiders.
You leave for 5 minutes, Dennis, and you come back to poop talk. Poop talk. Anonymous donated $4.56, getting us back in palindrome land.
I don't remember what we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about history.
Right, and that's how the toilet talk came up. The convenience of modern
Well,
plumbing.
and also health of modern plumbing.
Right, yes, the whole health.
Not dying because of diseases.
Yes.
Yeah. Kind of
Tossing the
important.
chamber pot out the window into the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Mad Boar
Oh my
with a
goodness.
hundo
Hundo.
for Direct Relief Charity. Thank you so much.
I've definitely watched my fair share of like not even documentaries, but like shows where they talk about like the way people lived.
Lisa needs braces.
And while I love those shows, I definitely don't think, that I would want to do that myself, given the choice.
True.
Like live in that life without, doing it for like anthropology, sure, but like, that being life and just not knowing anything better, then
Nah. Pretty spoiled here in the 21st century.
Yes. A lot of like, first world problems kind of stuff.
Thank you, Jane, for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the subtub. This Monument Valley out here. We got little plateaus. Oh, I thought those were clouds. Those are floating tracts of land. Then, thanks for the donation.
Isn't that that's an indie game, Monument Valley, or is that something else? Monument.
No, I think it is called Monument Valley. It's kind of a mobile, mostly game, right? It's like a puzzle
coming
game.
to the Epic Store.
Ah.
They just announced a bunch at like PAX or something.
Oh, yeah, or PAX or Gamescom or something.
Nope, dang it. There's a game called Ooblets that was also like announced as being on the Epic Store or something, and I've been following that one for a while. It's like kind of like an Animal Crossing kind of game, sort of maybe, I guess.
Sort of maybe.
Sort of maybe.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
It's a very like hipster vibe kind of game.
The old hipster game scene.
Yeah.
Tsunami with $5 to Direct Relief. Thank you.
Tsunami.
If the last word you just said prior to you reading this donation was made to a real place, how would you describe it? That was from Tin. I said thank you.
Wait, what?
If the last word you just said prior to reading this donation was made into a real place, how would you describe it? And I remember I said thank you to Tsunami.
Okay, so not hipster or, yeah, tsunami.
Oh, if we're talking about word, it would be you.
Hmm.
You turn you into a place. Well, what's the matter, you? You land.
Those on the other side.
A big pool of lava. Mesmerizing.
A lot of things in Minecraft are. I kind of want to get a lava lamp. I had a lava lamp. Did you ever have a lava lamp?
I never had a lava lamp. Saw a few lava lamps. Went to some antique stores a couple of weekends ago.
Antique stores.
Yeah, they're
Sorry,
antiques
that's
now.
funny. Yeah, it's like, what is it? Anything that's 25 years or older is vintage now. So things from like the 90s and stuff are like vintage.
Yeah, there's some loose definitions. Enyon, thank you for the leet donation, 1337.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this one of the other times. I've started getting into like nail stamping art stuff. I don't even know, whatever.
Nail
But
stamping.
yeah, like you get like this etched metal plate and then you like do stuff and then you stamp it on your nails. I don't need to teach you how to do
Your
it.
fingernails.
You don't need to know. Yeah, fingernails,
Ah.
fingernails. I mean, I could probably do it on your toes, but that would be a lot of contortion that I don't need in my life.
I was
But-
thinking of like wood nails, like nail,
Oh.
like hammer nails.
No, yeah,
I'm
fingernails.
thinking of like crafts and like art, you know, like
Yeah.
antique
But-
things, but
Yeah, no, it's funny because you get all these different like plates, you know, from all these different companies, and some of them are just really silly. So you can get like emoji plates with like just all kinds of silly things on them, and you can also get like one of the companies I was looking at, they had like basically Tumblr themed stuff, so it was all just like things that they think people on Tumblr like. It was like, well, interesting.
another hundo from
Hello.
Acne. Thank you very much. Very generous. Does
Thank you, no
Mindcrack
thank
channel
you.
not have the hundo emote anymore?
I thought it did, but I think
I guess I
a lot
thought
of
maybe
people...
not that many people are subscribed to it since there's not been much going on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think most people subscribe for the events and then don't subscribe again until the next event. Which we still haven't announced yet, right?
I don't think so. It's happening.
Yeah, I know it's happening.
It's just I don't know if we've
Just not been announced.
announced it because we don't have 100% of the details.
Yeah,
But it's not like that's
it's
ever
happening.
been last
Hashtag-
minute put together or
Hashtag
anything like that.
spoilers. Hashtag hype.
Spoilers.
There is an event coming.
Okay, Good said the month of October. Yes.
So yeah, like that's totally a thing that's like soon.
And that's like another thing when you ask about like the next charity, I'm like I might not like do a FLoB charity until after that, just so because then it becomes a little bit like, oh, who do I give to sort of
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe I'll just like direct stuff to the Extra Life charity through the Mindcrack account.
I've never personally done like I've participated in charity events, specifically like Mindcrack charity events mostly, and I guess FLoB calls, but that's not much of a participation. But I've never
That's
done...
right. There's not much participation in FLoB.
No, you
Yeah.
know, like I'm not doing much
I know,
for
yes.
the charity. I'm just hanging out, you know. I don't think I'm doing hard work here, basically. But like I've never done my own charity thing.
Here. Ollie Gobber gifted a sub to XYVAZ. Thank you very much for that gift sub. And Anonymous with 2011 to direct relief. Much appreciated.
Hi.
Enyon asked a bit ago, trying to keep up. You are most likely past 30% of the way to Farlands, 3.77 million. And you will reach 1/3 of the way at 4.18 million, just before the jitter increases. So far you have done 81 Minecraft days in this FLoB-A-THON, or 27 episodes worth.
Wow.
That's pretty good. I wonder, is this the longest FLoB-A-THON?
Well, because it's a week long instead of a day, right? Or
Right,
have you
I
done other
did
ones that
do
were
I did
multiple?
do a 3-day one
Mhm.
before, but I can't remember like how much actual in-game time we had during that.
Mhm.
Another gift sub, this one from Idaho Prime, thank you very much.
Getting touched on by slimes. Get out of here. I went into the nether again today and it was full of slimes. I have a slime problem. That's the thing is like I'm trying to make sure it's fully lit up so that I don't have a drown problem as soon as I submerge everything.
You don't have a what problem?
Underwater zombie.
Ah, drowned. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
FLoB-A-THON,
weird
hi.
having a verb be a noun.
Mm-hmm.
Unrepentant beak? Unrepentant beak. Unrepentant geek. Thank you for 23 months in the sub. And Emily with $5 to direct relief. Are you a confident parallel parker?
Emily the Cool?
Just Emily.
Hmm.
Maybe, or maybe a different Emily.
Hmm.
Parallel
How many
parking. Go ahead.
How many points? No, like what is it? There's like a something point turn you're supposed to do. How many points is that?
Well, there's a 3-point turn, but that's more about like changing directions on a road.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Like you go forward, you back up, and you're kind of like a 45 degrees. That's 1
I thought
point.
there was like a point thing related to the parallel parking. Maybe I'm thinking of that.
There's like there's like steps. I remember being taught. But parallel parking is one of those things I'm either amazing at and like get it in the first try, and like you could set off like balloons and fireworks when I do that, or I'm absolutely horrible at it, and it like I'll get to the point where I'm like on the sidewalk and like I can't get it, just like my brain just breaks down. And you never know which version you're gonna get when I pull up to parallel park. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person that will just avoid doing it completely and just go somewhere else.
Yeah, I try to avoid. Like
I think
I'll
most people
pay for
avoid
parking
parallel
before
parking.
if it's
Yeah,
a
that too.
closer option or an easier option than trying to parallel park. If it's like an empty street, but if it's like a busy street, that's normally when the panic sets in and like, oh, I'm holding up
Yeah.
people behind me and they don't, or people don't know the process of parallel parking, so they get right up on your bumper and you're like, well, you've screwed us both out of a situation here, haven't you? Ooh, a spoiler.
Oh my, I haven't driven a car in like 5 years. And before that, I only drove very infrequently and it was an automatic. But there was a period of time where the only car we had access to was not a car. It was like a small pickup, one of those Nissan king cab low thingies that's like really small. And it was not automatic. What's those called?
Manual?
Standard.
Standard transmission, sure.
But yeah, so it was a standard, and basically I was in charge of driving my mom and sister around all the time.
Sorry, I'm dealing with a spawner, and I thought it was a spider spawner, but it turns out to be a skeleton spawner.
Yeah, no, I just realized that I should probably let you deal
No,
with
you're
it,
not.
and then I can finish my story later.
Yeah, I've never parallel parked, because I've only just learned manual transmission on the Corolla. I've never parallel parked with that car, just because also it's got not power steering, so that would make the situation more difficult.
Hmm.
Do I even care? Ow! Uh-oh.
Be safe.
Ow again. He's dead. He's dead. We got him. I got
Okay.
shot. Here comes Wolfie. Yep. We're fine. We're fine, Wolfie. Calm down. We're good. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Under control. Everything's under control. Parallel parking.
Totally.
Fantastic.
Totally sounds fine.
Kill that spawner. Only one chest. All that for only one chest.
It's probably got like beans in it. I'm
Got
trying to
2
think of something
saddles.
sucky.
A loaf of bread I'm going to get my health back with. Bloop.
You can only ride pigs though, right?
Correct. And we did that
Yeah.
in one of the FLoB-A-THONs as like, we haven't done this
Mm.
before thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was stressful. Our heart is pumping now.
Heart rate.
Ooh, and I'm down to
Uh.
6 arrows as well.
Internet hugs. You should get some arrows.
It's good to be a Farlander.
And you passed up all those. Can you make arrows?
I can, but I would also need feathers.
You passed up all those feathers yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday?
I'm
At
sure.
the zombie spawner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Zombies. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it was a zombie spawner and you murdered a bunch and you didn't take the feather.
Because it would have taken up an inventory slot.
Yeah, no, I know. But for anyone that was dying to know the end of that story, the end of the story was just that I was in charge of driving the standard truck, so I just had to learn whether or not I wanted to. Because my mom insisted. Basically, I was unemployed at the time, and it was like, well, your job is literally now to just be at our beck and call all of the time and drive us places because
Lisa
you
needs
have no choice because you're
braces.
unemployed. So I had to learn how to drive this car, the little truck thing, whatever. And I ended up at least once getting stuck trying to drive uphill and getting stuck at like a red light on an uphill.
Mm-hmm.
And then having people trying to like crawl up my butt. And it's like, hello, I am in a standard. I don't know how to start. I'm trying not to like roll down the hill and hit you. And I'm like freaking out and the clutch and the things and
Yes.
just people like driving around me. And I'm like, just could you all leave? So eventually they all drove around me. And then like after multiple red lights and whatever, I finally did get it going. But it was just one of those like, you know, face red, heart pounding, sweat everywhere, just like so frustrated.
Oh yeah, that happened quite a lot learning to drive the Corolla, and specifically before I fixed the Corolla, where it just wouldn't die randomly at stop signs. I was stuck. I got on a road. It was a small road, like it wasn't a highway or anything like that, but on a pretty aggressive hill, and there was a stop sign. I should have just rolled through it, but I stopped and then couldn't get going again. So I ended up letting gravity take me backwards, and I did a 3-point turn to turn around and go downhill instead.
Yeah, I definitely my amount of like legal speeding is severely increased while I was using that vehicle, and I did a lot of California stop signs, whatever that is, where you just go through anyways, so that I didn't have to stop and deal with clutch stuff. I was just like, nope, I'm just not stopping ever.
Clutch stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mr. Karita, $25 donation. Greetings from Finland. Greetings. And then we had Kuzan Films and Lunchbox in the subtub. Much appreciated. Karita asked, have you ever been in a sauna? I lived in Phoenix for 2 years. Jokes. No, I've never been in a sauna. That's probably not a comfortable
Really?
Kurt place.
Interesting. I like for me, I mean, I've never been to like a place that was specifically only a sauna, but I've been to public pools and they've had like wet or dry saunas in them as well. Like a lot of the multiple pools I can think of, they had like, you know, they had like the kiddie pool that's like shallower and warmer, and then they have like the deeper pool for like people to just goof off in, and then they got the big pool where people do laps, and then they'd have like maybe a water slide and then a hot tub and then like a hot sauna or like hot sauna, a wet sauna or a dry sauna.
Very fancy places.
Yeah, I
Most
guess.
like pools, public pools are just like, this is the pool. There's a deep end and a shallow end. Have fun.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe because, Canada, we're not that cold actually, and we're not that snowy actually, but we have a lot of indoor things to do
Hmm.
depending on the weather. Have you ever been to West Edmonton Mall?
No, I don't think so.
I like how we both stuttered on words. I apparently couldn't say Edmonton, and you couldn't apparently say no.
What's
Well,
what's in Edmonton? Where's in Edmonton?
Edmonton is in Alberta,
Okay, then no.
and yeah, it's
I've
West.
only
I
I've only
don't
been
know.
to Canada the once.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if this one's currently the largest mall in the world because it and another mall basically keep expanding to try and take back whichever one
The Mall of
is the biggest.
America
Maybe,
in
but I know West
Minnesota or wherever it
Edmonton.
is.
Yeah, I know West Edmonton Mall is very often the largest mall in the world. But it's got like an entire like water park, including like water slides and like tubing and like a wave pool and everything. They've got at least one ice rink. I think they've got 3 restaurant areas. Like one, I think 2 of them are fast food, and one of them has like full restaurants, like 20 full restaurants in it. They got like gun ranges. They've got adult toy stores. They've got everything. Literally, they've got like sea lions and like well, maybe not sea lions, but
They've got
seals.
sea lions.
They've got flamingos. They've
Taking
got
out the
like
trash.
penguins. They've got like so they've got like animal shows. They've got like multiple. I think there's multiple movie theaters. It's wild.
Surprised it's still a thing because most malls here are vacant
Dead.
wastelands.
Yeah, they have multiple pet stores. It was funny too because there was a time where hermit crabs were like a fad in Alberta as like pets, and people would have like Spider-Man, hermit crab shells and stuff. But yeah, like I one of the times I went there, basically we were going to a friend's house for Christmas, and we actually got in a car. What do you call it?
Accident?
Is it a crash or an accident if there's no other cars involved?
I mean, unless you
I
did it
guess
on
accident?
purpose, I'll call it an accident.
Yeah, but like crash is when, like, I would say it's a crash because it was a crash, but like we didn't hit any other cars. Basically, it was like there was no snow and then there was snow, and I guess the person driving, we were going like 110, 120
Miles per hour.
kilometers. And we flipped end over end and rolled 3 times.
Oh,
like
God.
all the windows broke in the vehicle. None of us were injured like a lot. We were just injured a little bit. But like
None of us were injured seriously. Just
yeah. Like I was in severe shock. I was like, we were all covered in mud and like little scratches and stuff, and like I had a bump on my head. But so this was like the day before. Was this the day before Boxing Day? No, not Boxing Day. The day before Christmas Eve. So then like Christmas Eve we did something, and then we went like Christmas, and then Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas for people that don't have Boxing Day, we went to West Edmonton Mall, which is like the stupidest thing in the world to do. Like, hey, busiest shopping day of the year.
true.
And it's funny because I went and I got a haircut, and I was like, don't mind this area. I was just in a car accident. And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, well, I mean, I just have a bump and there's, these cuts, and like, just be nice.
It's
I'm
a
tender.
windshield.
Yeah, basically.
Did I can't remember now. Did I get Jaco 42 with $25 and Babas
so.
with 423, up to $33,900.
Ooh.
Nice round number. Thank you very much, everybody. If there's ever a Minecraft movie, how would you feel if there's some character references to you? Isn't that a thing, or is that no longer a thing? That used to be a thing, but I haven't heard of that thing.
Oh,
For
the fact they were
years.
going to make a Minecraft movie?
Yeah, like a live action Minecraft movie.
Oh, I don't know about a live action, but I know they're supposed to make a Minecraft movie, and isn't it coming out like next year or something?
Mm.
I think it's being done by the people that did the Lego movie.
Okay.
which was a pretty good movie, I would say.
Yeah. Is it not live action anymore?
I have no idea.
swear I thought
I
it
just
was
knew that
supposed
there
to
was
be,
a
but-
movie. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. There is like a reference to the Far Lands in that
Oh.
now defunct Telltale story mode game of Minecraft.
That sells for like way more than it should because it's impossible to get now.
Get
Even though
another-
apparently Telltale's gonna like open again or something.
Well, the people who bought it are gonna open it. The people who lost their jobs are not going to get their jobs back.
Wow.
Not really Telltale, just in name only.
Yeah. Sounds like a great situation all around for
Mmm.
everybody involved.
Capitalism. How? That was a donation. A hundo from Anonymous. And up to $34,000. That's
Hundo.
nuts, given that we were under $31,000 at the beginning of the stream not 2 hours ago.
Oh dang.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all are amazing.
Much appreciated. All that going to direct relief charity.
And do you have like a thing about direct relief that you read out?
Unfortunately, there isn't a very succinct spiel. They need a spiel, like a sentence spiel.
Spiel.
But they basically
Get on it.
are a
relief.
international and across the 50 states. Like I can't. It's hard to even put into words.
Mm-hmm.
Disaster relief,
Yeah, I was gonna say don't they do doctor stuff?
medical relief, sort of even pregnancy and
Mm-hmm.
prenatal care in developing countries and areas that don't have that local services
Mhm.
for such things as these immunizations, all the way down to like in the wildfire areas distributing masks to filter the dangerous wildfire smoke. Yeah, I'm
Basically
sure
helping
Zeldathon
people-
has to have an easier spiel than I've ever been able to come up with, because that's who they've been supporting and that's who MC has been working with.
Yeah, and doesn't one of the I feel like one of the GDQs did direct relief for a while. I don't know if
Probably.
they still do. Oh no, it's probably Doctors Without Borders I was thinking of.
I'm sure they switch around too, don't they?
Yeah.
It
they
kind of like
definitely do.
Doctors Without Borders, but I don't know that they directly, they're not directly associated with actual doctors. They're more about the logistics and the supplies and getting them delivered. They have like pre-packaged like disaster relief, like bag. I guess you call them like a bug out bags that have all like the sort of like medical needs that would be needed. Every dollar donated to direct relief is turned into $40 worth of help.
Ooh, even better.
And they're not a small operation either, but for that money exchange, a lot of their money goes towards providing the actual help, as opposed to advertising themselves and you know, spreading, you know, marketing things about their services and things.
No.
Problems?
Well, I guess I'm okay, but I was just like putting some blocks down and I'm using concrete and I was literally one block short.
Ah,
Yeah.
great
Just like,
disaster.
no. It's fine. Oh, I have more here. Okay, it's even less of a disaster than I thought it was, but I thought I had all of it in my body, and I did not.
Sigurt, thank you for 1111. Let's get to that 35,000. Yeah, I didn't even think we were gonna get close. F3 hype.
35,000.
Gotta get
F3
them
hype.
diamonds.
I did like
Diamond. This is a place I've gotten myself into. It's a little bit difficult to navigate. And the sun is setting. There's a pig in my way. Holy Moses! How did I miss that? Oh, because Woofly was woofing, and then it came through as a woof. 5 hundos!
500!
From Anonymous. Bananas. Thank you so much. Well, that's even more closer to that 35,000. Craziness. And then 50 from some guy. There's some guy.
Just some guy.
Some guy. Thank you very
Some
much.
cool guy.
Some cool guy, yeah. Much appreciated. Yikes. Again. Way back to 2011 when I'm like, we can raise $820. That should take some time, maybe 3 or 4 months. And then it came in 4 days, 5 days. Oh, that's a creeper. Hi, hello.
Be careful.
Yep. I heard him.
You seen them?
I heard him, then I seen him. Yeah, Direct Relief has like the top score that you can get on Charity Navigator for
nice.
transparency and
for being good.
Yes.
And not sucking.
Yep.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Well, there it is. There it is. Call me Al. Call me Al with an additional 500 for Direct Relief. Getting us over $35,000. Much appreciated, everybody. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thank you, everybody. That's all you guys too. Like, I mean, there's a few sprinkles from Kurt J. Mac in there as well, but all this this charity stuff is all sprinkles of little funds I can put towards the charity. But yeah, thank you so much. Everybody's been very generous. Will we get to that 50,000? If we hit 50,000, that I will like immediately press F3. That's what the 50,000 will get. But I mean, now that seems like the longer of the shots. Thank you so much. And then Just Go
35 for the win.
With 432 as well. And Dried Conquer 32 months in the sub-tub. Thank you so much, everybody.
I had a cat invading my room.
The old cat invasion.
You didn't even jump up good. What are you doing?
What is 40K? I don't have anything. This 35K was my like, yeah, we might be able to reach this stretch goal for the FLoB-A-THON.
40K.
Shave my head.
I
think that's the joke. It already is. Brian with a hundo. Thank you very much.
Hundo.
Brian.
Yes, Brian.
don't know that this is a spawner. That just looks like a cave-in.
I don't. I don't know that I have a place to put a bed here.
An onion, not to be confused with Brian, or anywhere spelled anywhere considerably close. $20 for direct relief. Much appreciated. Just Go with their donation asked, I'm sure you've answered this already, but what's your all-time favorite Mindcrack UHC moment? I mean, it's hard to beat that first season, which is technically season 3, for the confusing reasons of the series. With, like, taming the wolf and getting paws in the cave with the wolf. And then, like, Beef trying to sneak up and lava me, but only sealing himself in a tomb of lava.
Oh no.
That was pretty cool. And fun, crazy. Jazim, thanks for those bits. And Xavier Penguin with nice $69 for direct relief. Careless Whisper intensifies. Careless Whisper?
Nice.
What's a careless whisper?
Isn't that like a song, meme song?
I don't know. I'm not down with the memes.
Yeah, George Michael. It's a meme song.
Hendrick with $50. Thank you very much. Brian said he'd ask his question in person. I don't
Oh.
know if that's a threat. Favorite Mindcrack UHC moment? It's hard, difficult to say. There are so many. And many of them are revolving around the stupidity of wolves.
Hello?
Hello, Brian.
Hello. We have some questions.
We have some questions.
What is this sheep?
Oh my. Say it again?
What did you say? What did you ask?
I said, what is this sheep?
What is a sheep?
Yeah.
What is a sheep?
Uh-huh.
This is a philosophical question
What
for the
is a
ages.
sheep?
Yeah. What's your favorite color of sheep?
My favorite color of sheep is
Blue.
blue. Your favorite is blue?
It's blue.
Oh, mine is pink.
Kurt's favorite color is pink.
Oh, yeah, it is. I like blue better as being my favorite.
I don't think we've ever
It's
seen
really my
a
favorite.
blue sheep.
Well, black is too.
Oh, black sheep, yeah. Is there a song that goes with that?
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, blah, blah, black sheep, yeah. Did you say blah, blah, black
I
sheep?
heard blah blah.
Oh, yeah. I make up the word.
You made up the words.
I really did make up the word.
Can you say, let's donate to direct relief?
No.
No.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I'm pandering here.
What is a grass?
Using a child for
In the arms of the
I
ranger.
like pink grass.
You like pink grass? Okay.
Goober 2.0.
I think we've overstayed our welcome. All right. So can you say bye?
Bye.
Say good
Bye.
luck, Kurt.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, Kurt.
Continue walking all the way to the Farlands.
I can all the way to land.
I will
Can
do
you say
exactly that.
Farlands or bust?
And the best.
Awesome. See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
I was not
Nice
expecting
chatting.
that. Good thing I wasn't like swearing
Mm.
at him.
No.
How are you doing? You son of a Thank you very much, Brian, for stopping by. What do we have? Hendrick 50, Anonymous with 4891. Ooh, another palindrome. 3535 353.
Palindromes are cool.
They are.
Oh no!
They're so cool. You just can't stomach it. Oh, palindromes. Ugh.
Oh, just dealing with water, and I just flooded some torches. It's fine.
I don't know if I have any additional like stretch goal things I could think of. Other
Chat,
than
stretch
like,
goal
yeah,
ideas.
50,000. I'll press F3 like on the spot.
Sure, chat has some good stretch goal ideas. Are you going to the marathon?
I am signed up to go to the marathon,
Oh, so
wherever it
could
may
be
be,
marathon ideas
and
too.
whenever it may be.
Doesn't have to be right now.
True. Like, that's what I'm thinking as well. Yes, we've reached 35,000. I will indeed make a jukebox, but I don't think I'm going to use my time today to hunt for diamonds and do that. That'll be something we'll do during the monument build. After we press F3. Dude has a real big tent outside. I think that's the marathon spot. Next to the Ramway parked beetle.
Hmm?
Cone is at Goods right now,
Oh,
which I think you know, or maybe didn't.
yes.
But yeah, we're getting updates from Cone about his living conditions.
Oh.
I could go another night. I did start just past 1 p.m. And actually the sun is already set, so I'm running out of time. Famous last words.
Please don't.
Are the animals disappearing yet? I haven't been paying attention, but I don't think I've seen many animals in a couple days. Yeah, it's been 2 days since I've seen animals, and Wolfie almost got punched. You know,
No.
that old chestnut.
Yes. That old Canadian chestnut.
Doggo cam? Well, I don't. That's one of the quirks of Juno is that she's not predictable. Like right now, she's right next to my chair, which is not a good webcam spot because it's very dark under the desk and whatnot. Other times, she'll be against my closet, and most of the time she'll be like, nuts to this, and go lay on my bed in the other room.
I just had a cat come in my room and then like eat and leave. So yeah, I know about that nuts to this kind of thing. She's like, I just wanted to scratch your door so that you would let me in so that I could have food, and then I'm gone. Goodbye. Even though the food in here is the same as the food downstairs and also the food in the garage. I just wanted this food. Right now.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Jag'em thank you very much for $30 to Direct Relief, much appreciated. Ooh.
This just means it's on the hour.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. So were you going to do a break and backup?
Yes, at the end of this day, Minecraft day. So like in 6 minutes or something.
Okay.
Is it break time for you? Is that the
I might
break
go
alarm?
ahead of you. Yes.
Sounds good.
So I'll be back.
Yep. Look at that double float sand. What is it even doing all the way up there? That makes no sense. Magical. Whoa! I seen this, yet I still walked into it. That's confusing because of the water. Likes. Yeah, that's crazy. 650 viewers. So it is definitely tied to the FLoB-A-THON thing. As I was thinking, should I take a day a week on just my normal streams and do FLoB for a day? Maybe. I certainly shouldn't expect this. But certainly wouldn't hurt as far as our journey and stuff goes. As we've said, it needs to evolve. Since YouTube is less than ideal of a place to exist with a gaming series now. Vino gave $5, and right now Below the Kid gave $25. Thank you very much. Supporting direct relief. I did accidentally time this very well. It's a holiday weekend here in the US. That's all I really have to say. The end of the month, I mean, PAX is going on right now, but we don't know that many PAX goers anymore. You aren't pressing F3 every day. True. But maybe I should.
Maybe you should.
Oh, good lord. Hello. How are you doing, Co?
I'm all right. How's it flobbing?
It's been going very well, actually. Don't know why I haven't done this every time.
That is some big numbers, man. That's looking good.
It is. It's. I can't even it's like no pressure. Obviously, I still don't feel pressure. This is stress-free flobbing. But still, it takes me by surprise every time.
It's awesome.
How are things going for you
Not
guys?
bad, not bad.
Yeah,
we're doing good. Just looking forward to TwitchCon coming up here.
Oh, you're doing TwitchCon. Cool.
Yep.
Have you been to any of the recent ones or any of them?
Nah.
No, okay.
Never been to TwitchCon.
Mm. Yeah, I went
to.
It was the first one in San Diego when they had it in San Diego, which must have been the second TwitchCon. I don't remember, but yeah, I don't remember what year that was. 2016.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
TwitchCon's still a baby.
Yeah, it is. Although I know
not very old.
Seems like it's changed. Certainly from the first one, which was Bedroom was just talking about. She went to that. I think Good did as well, and a couple other people, but that was a very small, very unorganized.
Yeah, Good's review was that he just basically would never do a TwitchCon ever again. Honestly, I think for our trip, it's going to be more just hanging out,
right?
And not so much con, but it'll be a nice getaway, I think.
Yeah, cool.
And whenever you do your like FLoB milestones, I always think about way back in the day now when we sort of kind of first met.
Mm-hmm.
We just did that sort of tip of the hat thing mid-video to each other. Like, I acknowledge that FLoB exists. You acknowledge that I exist. Mm.
Passing ships in the night.
Yeah. I don't remember why we did that. I don't remember who did it first either.
Yeah, and I kind of misremember sometimes too, because I know at some point there was a Minecraft update, Wolfie, and it was an update that like made oceans spawn too much. And you got this. In like you went out in your world and ended up in the middle of an empty ocean, and then I kind of tried the same thing. And I think I want to say that's how, like, yeah, it's happening to Co too. But yeah, I can't remember specifically. It's one of those things.
It sounds about right. I remember that happening.
Yeah,
because it happened right when I had wanted to go traveling really far. And then they're like, oh, we changed the game so that no matter where you portal, if it's very far, it's going to be in the water.
Oh, no.
And it was. Hey, Fedrin.
Why?
I have a feeling the reason that happened was because there was a sort of thing back then, not the ocean thing, but how we sort of ended up acknowledging each other's series was I think the community, it was still big, but it was significantly smaller than it ended up becoming.
Mm-hmm.
So you would get these cross comment things. And so I learned of a lot of people by people in my comments telling me like, oh, this same thing happened to so-and-so.
Right, yeah. Yeah, there certainly is none of that really going on now just because there's so many.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a much wider community now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that you've been stomping along through this world ever since then.
Yeah. I'm nothing but persistent, I guess.
Determination.
Yes, that's it. Those inspirational posters.
With cats.
With kids.
Hang in there.
Well, it could be one of those ones with like eagles, I guess, but I like the ones with cats better.
Yeah, or like, the Airbnb decorations where it's all like live, laugh, love, live. Those sorts of weird scripty things. Do a world backup. Have ancient geometrists. Thank you for the donation to Direct Relief. And with comment for the Prime. You've been playing a lot of, what is, Oxygen something or other. Not included.
Yeah. Oxygen not included, yep.
And it's one of those games that I'm like, I could enjoy that, but it also seems overwhelming.
It is.
Not mincing words. Thanks.
I feel like any clay game is like that, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's nothing compared to Don't Starve. Don't Starve is, I think, way harder than Oxygen Not Included.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. Like, Oxygen Not Included is hard. But it's one of those games where you go as far as you can and you learn a bunch of stuff and then basically you start over. And you take the knowledge and you do it a little bit better the next time and so on. Although I say that, I'm only on my second colony still.
Really? So you've lived that long, you mean, or?
Yeah. So that second colony is close to like 500 cycles old now, which is a lot.
Yeah.
The cycle's basically a day.
Oh, okay.
And I've only had one death. I didn't have any. I was really mad because it's one of those games where you just have AI derps.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you want to build something, you put like I want this built here, and then your little AI idiots go and do it. And I had one doing something, and you're not always paying attention to every single one of them all the time. And they were supposed to dig something, and they got themselves stranded on a thing where there was no oxygen,
Oh.
and they suffocated. I'm just like, "Urgh, why did you do this to yourself?"
You dingus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but I feel like it would be too stressful for me. I'd like way back in, like, could buy Don't Starve for like a 2-pack, and it was like something you played on a website. Like, I bought that way back in the day, and I had like a old Let's Play way back in the day, and I got scared of the tree dude, and I never played it again. That's how long I've been scared of Don't Starve.
That's
A
fair.
hundo
Hundo.
from Grizzly Burtis. Burtis? Sure, Burtis. Thank you very much. But generous. I never played Don't Starve either, just because it just might not be my type of game.
They kind of Don't Starve is one of those things where it takes the survival thing and just makes it painful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, you got to make food, you got to make shelter, da 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 da. But most games like this, you have a fighting chance.
Mm-hmm.
But Don't Starve is just like, nah.
I feel like I really like the idea of survival games, but they're either way too hard or like just boring. Or they get to like survival horror, like Minecraft.
Well, that's there is a gulf there for sure, because
Yeah.
I think most of them end up plateauing pretty quick.
Mhm.
Like, you get to
Mhm.
a point where you're basically a demigod.
Yeah. There's
You have
nothing scary.
mastered, you've mastered the planet. It has
Mhm.
nothing more to challenge you with.
Mhm.
Minecraft kind of suffers from that a little bit. It's survival
Mhm.
style gameplay, but you can get on top of that pretty quick, and then
Mhm.
it's just, you got to make your own fun.
Mhm.
But Don't Starve took the other direction of like, it's hard just to survive.
Mhm.
Yeah, let
And
alone
then
do anything. Yeah.
yeah,
And
and
then
then on
the
top of
longer you
that,
survive, the worse it gets.
yeah, like, you haven't hardly made enough food for winter, and then the deer clops,
Mhm.
a 60-foot tall deer demon that stomps all over what little you have done that wasn't working anyway.
Mhm.
$10 from Chosen Prophet. Thank you very much.
But yeah, oxygen's not like that. It's not that punishing.
Hmm. That's good.
It's one of
That
those
makes me
games
more
where, well, it's very satisfying. That's what I get out of
Mhm.
it. Kind of like RimWorld. It's like when you achieve things and you get stuff going, you kind of get a rhythm. You get this satisfaction of like, yeah, the stuff I set up's doing the things, and we're moving along. We're bettering our technology.
I never played. You said RimWorld, right? I've
I
never played
did.
that one either.
They're very similar.
Really?
Yeah, although RimWorld has a much different.
I was gonna say, isn't that more about like automation stuff, or is that?
Not really. It's kind of similar in that you're just thrown into a situation where you have to do your best to survive. I would say
Hmm.
RimWorld's a little bit more mean about it because there's a lot more threats.
Hmm.
Did not press F3 yet. Blaze 2E1. And Eposig, thank you for $20.
Lisa needs braces.
To Direct Relief. And Chosen Prophet for a Twitch Prime. keep asking if I've seen the Kerbal Space Program 2 trailer.
Kurt, did you know there's
Ooh,
a
there's a
Kerbal
trailer.
Space Program too?
There's a trailer for Kerbal Space Program 2. A cinematic trailer at that.
Oh.
I mean,
Rip.
there's been some gameplay released, but it's still very early. It feels
Mhm.
like. It seems like.
I'm excited for the fact that it has multiplayer.
Yeah, that was something I remember they always talked about adding to the first one that people would get excited about, but then they veered away from that idea pretty quick, I think. Acid, thank you for the 1047. Getting us to $35,556. Crazy.
Dang.
Dang.
Did chat come up with a good stretch goal yet?
No. I think, I don't know.
Chat, up your game, yo.
Jens with a buck.
Do Americans call it buck too?
A buck, yeah.
I thought that was a Canadian thing.
No, it's
It's a Justin thing.
the
That's
Justin
a
thing?
Justin thing. I call them a buck.
A buck?
Buck fitty.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a common term, but I feel like
Mhm.
Justin did a lot to make it into like our regular
no.
vocabulary.
Oh no.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello there.
It's a Seth Bling.
Hello. I hear there's a party in here.
There is. Oh,
Yeah.
we just passed 29,000 megabytes in the world size.
Ooh.
I think that means we added a gig this FLoB-A-THON.
Woof.
29 bundos.
What's the donations at? Or I should probably open that somewhere.
The donations are at $35,816.
Nice. Nice.
Very nice.
We're trying to come up with good stretch goals for 40,000. Seth, if you have any good stretch goal ideas
Stretch
for Kurt.
goals.
Yeah.
And holy donation, Dravir, $260.
Is there a
Thank you
Nice.
very much, Dravir.
2.6 hundo? When are the stretch goals like? Is there like going to be a time limit on that? Or?
Well, I've told folks that I'm going to be pressing F3 and thus ending the stream. Probably in about an hour's time from now.
Okay.
This might be our
But-
last segment before I press F3.
But you did say like the jukebox and stuff isn't going to happen today. That's going to happen later.
Right, yeah. At 35, I said I would do a jukebox on the monument, but that's got to be part of the monument. I'm not gonna use our precious time today to
Mhm.
do that. 'Cause I have to
So
dig
stretch
down,
goals
find a
can
diamond.
happen later.
Yeah, stretch
That's
goals
basically what-
either
Yeah.
related to the game or not. But then again, I've never like the goal for Far Lands of Bust has always been, raise the amount, and that's when we'll do FLoB-A-THON and press F3.
Mm.
So not essential, but if there was any fun thing, that'd be interesting. Anyway, how's it going, Seth?
That's good.
Cool.
Riding them bees.
Oh yeah. Riding bees.
Riding bees.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do with them? I don't know. Like shoot them out of a gun or something?
I don't know. Like that sounds ludicrous.
That does sound ludicrous.
Kurt's like, what are you actually
Yeah,
talking
I-
about?
Oh, there's bees now.
I know there's
in
bees.
Minecraft.
I've been
Okay.
informed there's bees. I have not.
After beta 1.7, they added some features.
Oh, people still play Minecraft?
Yeah, I guess.
Just wait
And
to
there's-
see
yeah.
B boat
The bee boat.
and then the sequel, Boat B.
I just love you can put a leash on them too.
Yeah, I made a. What we're talking about is I made a data pack that lets you put saddles on bees and then ride
And
them.
ride them. Yeah.
And you
And
use
then-
a flower on a stick to control them.
And then you also made a gun that shoots bees.
Yes, it's the Terraria bee gun. If that's
Yeah.
familiar at all.
Yeah.
This. Oh my god! This is the boat looks really strange. I think because of the jitter.
Oh yeah, because
Like,
it doesn't jitter with the terrain.
Yeah, and it like looked like it was going at a weird angle, like relative to the direction you were. Oh, maybe that was just because you were just.
But you can
turning
also, yeah, this is like, you could steer the boat with WASD and look in a different direction.
down. Yeah, yeah.
This is something I personally miss in modern boats. In modern modes.
Dang modern boats.
These dang nautical
Newfangled.
advancements.
Hey, so with the jitter, I'm curious about this. Have you like noticed any like sudden increases in the jitter when you hit that threshold?
We did
Or
a couple years ago when it doubled, and then we went back, found the border, and did some
Okay.
experiments. But yeah, we're
I see.
waiting for the next one, because the next one... I'll find a good block to look at this again.
So it's not like a smooth curve
No,
of
yeah, it's...
like increasing jitter. It's more
yeah,
jumps.
I'd imagine it's like every like power of 2 that you get away from spawn.
Right, it's every time the decimal
does something.
point has to move over to account for more whole numbers as opposed to fractions. Yeah, right now it's it's 2 texture pixels on the block off. So the
Oh,
next
yeah.
time it'll be 4 texture pixels.
So the jitter's gonna double.
Yes.
So when by the time you get to the Farlands, is it like is it gonna be like a whole block off?
I think the whole
Or
block
half?
happens. People have all these numbers. Like it's all known,
Okay.
these things, because it's all based on
Yeah.
the whatever the binary version of the coordinates. But yeah, apparently a whole block happens after the Farlands, like
Okay.
a few million past the Farlands.
Wow.
Oh, wait. So the Farlands is a set destination?
Yes. The
I didn't know
Farlands
this
are always, at least in this version, spawn at, what is the number? I know it. 12,550,820 blocks away from 0, 0. Just because that's where something happens in the terrain generation math that makes it
Just goes,
chuck-a-wobbly.
nope.
And then there's a beyond.
Oh yeah, then
As-
the Farlands continue. Kind of,
Huh.
I guess, whatever the actual render limit is in this version, which might be 30 million like it is in the current games.
Infinite. Whatever, Minecraft.
Lies.
Whatever, math.
Yeah, and that's something I didn't know when I started. Like I just thought, it's just like I thought the terrain slowly, like you said, like a curve, slowly started to devolve into the Farlands.
Right.
I thought the jitter did the same thing, just because I didn't research it. I'm kind of bored of this
Right,
normal Minecraft thing. Let's walk.
That was just my uninformed assumption, yeah.
Yeah.
I like how this was your reaction to stuff going on in normal Minecraft.
Oh,
Yeah, you
your
went
microphone just went to the Farland.
Yeah, it did. It's got some microphone jitter. I didn't hear what you said.
He gone. He's
Oh,
just
my microphone.
Yeah, your
Oh.
microphone.
Yeah, you-
Okay. Is it still doing it?
You're fine
No,
now.
it stopped.
Oh, okay.
Mostly.
I have the most problems anytime I try and use Discord with my mic. Is it happening again?
No, it's good.
No,
Okay,
you're
okay.
good now.
Anytime I try and use Discord with my mic, I just have problems.
Mm.
Oh,
Yes.
Ooh,
No.
Hello.
Ooch, ouchie, oof.
Found the problems.
Everybody's awake.
Is it like static?
Like robot sex.
It sounds like your headphone or whatever, your microphone chewed.
Yeah, like a,
Is it when you have talk?
it was
I heard
happening
the
with
word
whatever.
talk.
Yeah, you said talk. Oh,
Is this the new Kraftwerk album?
Oh no.
we lost him. He's
Seth
disconnected.
has left the building.
He's ascended to another
He has-
mathematical plane.
He's faxed himself to another location.
It's weird. But that's like that similar thing happens to ZK when we try to record the podcast. Is he won't go that crazy, but like he'll just get like the digital clicks in like while he's talking in the middle of his sentences, and he just has to like restart Discord, and it like works fine again.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't have any of those issues. I'm always just like super quiet. Like if I'm not at 200%, nobody can hear me. That's
I think
about
that's
it.
what I have you on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's got me on 200%.
Yeah, let me just check. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have like super duper problems other than everybody sounds super clear to me on Discord always. I mean,
Mhm.
apart from like Seth just then. But when I hear myself on other people's streams, I sound like I'm phoning in. And I don't understand like what's wrong with me and my stuff.
Right. I
Is
mean, to me, you sound actually right now like
Clear?
fine, clear. Yeah, clear, normal microphone sounding sounds.
Well, thank you. I feel marginally better.
Buttery smooth. Well, thanks. You're welcome to try again, Seth, if we can figure that out. But it was a little bit painful on our end. Oh, God!
Don't try again. Please stop trying.
Oh, man.
Nailed it. Perfect.
Yep.
Oh no.
It's very weird.
Yeah. But like that like did you ever have a pair of headphones that was like the wire kind of started getting frayed
Yeah.
and then like you'd had to wiggle it to make it like so you could hear it? Like that's what it sounds like to me anyways.
I think I had something like that last night because I was using my wireless mic
Yeah.
and my office chair was somewhere else because I was doing VR. I leaned forward and sort of my gut pushed on the mic cable on the pack, and it made me go all crazy. I couldn't hear this, but apparently I ruined everyone's lives.
Oh no.
I also had a mouse that had a frayed cable for a while that I tried to fix with electrical tape. But if I moved my mouse and the wire moved in a certain way, my mouse would the cursor would go crazy.
I had a mouse that like would slowly move. Like if you weren't touching it, it would just like pixel by pixel. You could watch it go across the screen.
I had a funny problem. I think it was a few weeks ago, where I was trying to play PUBG, and I kept having these ghost movements, and I felt like I was losing my mind. Everything I tried to do to fix it, it would get worse. Like it started with I was trying to run around, but I kept going into walk mode. I'm like, why am I being forced to walk? I'm being shot at. I'm panicking, and then I got that to stop happening, but then my view would just drift down to the ground. If I didn't fight it, it would just keep looking at the ground. And thankfully, Babs realized, oh, you have a controller plugged in.
Oh, yeah.
I would have just lost my mind. I just like, okay, nothing works. I shouldn't go near technology. It's over.
Oh, Dan, I can't remember if I said Dan, thanks for the $20 for direct relief. I've made the alert a woof.
Oh no.
sound, so it is often. I don't know if it's happening in game or it's an alert for the donation.
So what version are you on right now?
Beta 173. Because after this, they released Beta 1.8 and removed the Farlands.
Ah,
This is the last
okay.
one to have the Farlands at 12.5 million blocks from spawn.
Wild.
Yeah, and we're trying to, like, every day we're learning, like, things that we didn't realize were in the game or weren't in the game. Like, this time, what was it, yesterday or the day before yesterday, something like that, we're like, oh yeah, you can fish. So, I've never in this 8 years that I've been in this world fished. But we did a fish. And then that's the same thing with note blocks and stuff.
Hey,
Hello.
you're a human being.
Okay. We'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, Discord just hates me. Like, it's not. I got a brand new computer with like all new hardware. It's the same mic, but like the mic works fine for recording videos. So it's it like reinstalled everything, and it still like just has all the issues for me.
Oh.
Anyway,
That's Discord.
just like yell at me if I think you're
awesome.
gonna naturally. That's gonna be your natural
Yeah,
response.
I think you'll know.
Oh God, no, please not. Yeah. We got that on lock. Don't worry.
Capybara cosmonaut with a hundo.
No.
Hundo.
Or direct
That's such a
relief.
good name.
Works very
Capybara.
You can't help but smile imagining a capybara in a spacesuit.
A Russian spacesuit at that.
At that, yeah.
Which was the most stressful FLoB-A-THON for you? Well, what was the one that, like, I got sick? The first was stressful, but it was also, like, the first time I'd ever streamed. And, like, I think the first hour was just, like, trying to figure out how to actually do this streaming on justin.tv/Twitch thing, or whatever it was. Yeah, there was one, I think it was the one where I was going to do like 3 12-hour days or 8-hour days. And I was like trying to be nice to European viewers and was like, I'll start at like 9 a.m. my time. And like I just couldn't.
Nope.
And it just wasn't working for me. I can't remember which one that was. But yeah, it was after that I'm like, let's just do these stress-free. Let's just not schedule guests. Let's just walk.
People show up.
People
hang
show
out.
up, hang out, leave whenever they want. Whatever. Press
Did
F3.
I just now looked at the top donation. My God.
Yes, that came kind of early in this season anyway, but yeah. Somebody went
That's amazing.
to 10,000.
Wow.
That is amazing. Holy crap.
Yeah, that is one of those that's like, huh? Is that real?
Boo.
Well, Bass with $64 getting us to 36,000 even. It's crazy.
Man, you're making me think about the first time I streamed, or I don't know that I remember the very first time that I streamed because it was probably just a test stream. But I think the first thing that I like streamed, like the first content that I streamed was I had this game that I was making, Pit Frenzy. Yeah, I'd released Pit Frenzy. It was this like old like redstone only game. They added spawn eggs to Minecraft and made them work with dispensers.
Mm-hmm.
And so it would like spawn a bunch of mobs that you had to fight, but if you killed enough, you could get like rewards. And I had like a little tournament, a bunch of YouTubers. And that was the first thing that I streamed.
Pit Frenzy. Yeah, I remember like there wasn't even like obviously there wasn't OBS. I think there was a very rudimentary XSplit.
Yeah, I used XSplit when I started.
Yeah.
In like April 20 or yeah, it would have been April 2012, I think.
Early days.
Yeah.
I think like also other people were using like Adobe Media Encoder and like
Oh God.
So
You mean the hard way?
Yeah. I tried that, and I'm like, this isn't working. And then somewhere somebody told me about XSplit or the free version of XSplit, and I'm sure there was a little watermark or something on my stream for the first FLoB-A-THON.
I remember I had like something like 97,000 subscribers on YouTube or something at the time, and Twitch had a policy where if you had a YouTube channel with 100,000 subscribers, you could get a partnership. And so I like sent them a mail being like, hey, I set up my account on Twitch. Could you please partner me? Like, I get this many views on YouTube. Like, it's going pretty well. And they're like, oh, sorry, you don't meet the criteria. I'm like,
I could throw a stone and hit the criteria from here.
So you're gonna do this to me? And after a couple emails back and forth, they did give me partnership. But yeah, that was before like subscribers or anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, mine was November 2011. And
Yeah.
I think it was just like, oh, you just had to have like 50,000 subscribers on YouTube or whatever. And I remember I got partnered, and like, yeah, really the only thing was like ad. I don't even know if ads were.
Yeah, as ads.
Yeah, ad revenue share was the only thing you got out of being a partner.
Yeah. Back then, they also didn't have exclusivity in the contract, and I was actually pretty. I delayed signing the subscriber contract for a while because I didn't want to lock myself in to exclusivity. But it was worth it.
Those early days, man.
Yeah.
I went the same road. I think August 2011 was when I partnered. Same setup. I just was like, here is my YouTube. Make me a partner, please.
Yeah.
I got partnered in August too.
Yes, you did. Finally.
Oh my God. A different August. It was a very different August. Yeah.
It was this month.
Yeah. Yeah. Congrats on that, by the way. That's awesome. Yeah. It's a long time coming.
There was a bad joke in there. I had to do it.
No,
It's funny because it was literally 2 years to the day after they gave me affiliate. Like I was affiliate August 15th, 2017. And I streamed 3,000 plus hours between that and becoming partner.
Jeez.
I'm actually on my 700th daily.
I think everyone hates how like opaque that whole process is. It's just stupid. Like they don't tell you anything. Like they don't like you give you criteria which you can meet or anything like that. I don't know why they can't.
Well, they give you criteria, but then when you meet it, they're like, "Well, but you need to meet this criteria first." And it's like, "But I did."
Secret criteria.
Yeah. Well, like my first reply back was like, not to get this totally off topic, but my first reply back was, "You need to complete the path to partner achievement." And I'm like, that's why I submitted, because I completed the path to partner achievement.
There's a bit of a moving goalpost thing that happens, and that's the problem. Is that you put the ball in the goalpost, and then they walk over and they go, "Well, but the goalpost is over here," and they pick it up and they just move it and leave the ball where it was. But yeah, events are super stressful. I've actually kind of drifted away from ever doing them because of how intensely stressful that is. Like you set a time, you just like hype it up, like we're gonna do this for this or that reason, and
Right.
you have to like wrangle people.
Yeah.
And then I mean, you talk about that's just like you're doing your own little personal thing, but we've also been part of like bigger group things, trying to it's herding cats.
God, UHC. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was there for the 24-hour stream that you did that one time.
Who, me?
Was it the first year?
No. Oh, the Mindcrack? You mean Mindcrack?
No, it was a co-stream a day one for like 1 year, I think, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I did a 24-hour.
That was rough. I was there for the entire thing. That's the only time I've ever done a 24-hour.
I can only apologize. I was definitely dead by probably like the 16th hour. And that's the worst thing when you've committed and you're like, boy, I've got 8 more hours of this and I am not alive anymore.
Yeah, there was definitely like I think there was like an hour or two where we didn't play games at all, and you and me, they were the only ones, and we just talked to try and keep ourselves awake because we were definitely falling asleep.
Yeah. The most fun I've ever had doing a personal event type of thing was the one where we had everybody just come to our house.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Which one was it?
I think we had a lot of fun.
1,000 or 2,000?
That was the 1,000.
Right.
The 24-hour one actually. Now I'm thinking about it, Fedrin. That was the 500.
Oh, was that 500?
Yeah, because the 1,000th was the one
It
where
was like
Kurt
December or
and
something,
Good
I
and
think.
everybody came over.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been in December. No, never mind. It couldn't have been.
I don't remember now. I googled it one time, but it was one of those things.
Yeah, we all had a good time watching Good sit on my headsets and destroy them.
Yeah.
That's my top clip of all time.
This guy sitting on your head. I thought he sat on one of your cats at first.
yeah, that was. I remember that. Like, oh God, he sat on the cat. I'm like, but yeah, that one was good. But other than that, I don't like bothering to try to do events. Too much stress.
Yes.
Or at least do them laid back. I mean, basically, you're on the right track here, Kurt.
Yes. I figured it out. It took 8 years, but.
Co-stamp of approval.
Kurt ever walked towards the far lands off camera? Nope. It's all documented.
Wow.
Or, I mean, I'm pretty sure
Who
nobody
dares?
at Guinness Records checked all the footage, but.
Who dares question this man's integrity? You know, Seth, I'm wondering something. I just I can't remember, but I know that we met at the first Minecon originally.
Yeah.
We met in person. And I can't remember if I just imagined this or if it was real. But did you have?
Okay.
You had like a necklace, didn't you? Like you had the brand going. Do you still have that? Was that real or did I dream it?
I remember that.
No, that's real. That's a real thing.
Genuine bling.
So the idea behind the necklace was that when I was going to Minecon, I like did a face reveal video and announcing that I was going to Minecon essentially. And basically like I was just imagining this awkward situation where like somebody was looking at me and they didn't know if I was me or if I just, because they didn't know my face very well or whatever. So I said I would be wearing this bling so that you could tell, you would know that it's me.
Right.
And that's the story there. So I did wear that. And in fact, I wore that, I think for 3 Minecons or something. Actually, I might have just worn it every Minecon.
Can you believe his last name is not Bling?
Yeah, right?
I'm so shocked.
Hey, who told you that? Oh God. Yep, that's when I met Good too, apparently.
It didn't go well.
Oh.
Me and B00 were trying to leave like the auditorium after Notch flipped his imaginary switch or whatever. And like we just ran into Seth in the wrong time. When I think he was like he was being kind of swarmed by kids. They saw his bling from across the way.
They identified him as the genuine article.
Right. And I think he was trying to corral the kids, but it sounded like to me and B00 he was like very arrogant and obnoxious and just this guy that thought he was somebody. And like, get in line, that sort of thing. And me and B00 goes, who's this guy think he is with his stupid little necklace? And so for the longest time, like, just hated Seth till.
Good, you're peeking pretty hard, by the way.
I'm using the wrong mic. I'm using my VR mic. Probably. Sorry. I was just stopping by because I heard the story from the other room. Colin was watching
That
this.
was that Minecon was a very special time. It was that was a very
It is.
special time for a lot of people.
yeah.
I remember I was making a video, recording footage throughout to try and make like a Minecon on top or whatever, just like a video about Minecon. And I remember I like knew that Jordan was there, Captain Sparkles, and I like saw him in one of the things I was in, one of the like talks or whatever. And like I saw him leaving the room early because like I'm pretty sure because he didn't want to get swarmed by people after the talk ended, but I like kind of wanted to introduce myself and get some footage with him, and so I did that, and then like I delayed him enough that the talk ended, and so he got swarmed by
no.
because he was big news at the time. He was one of the biggest Minecraft. I mean, he's kind of always has been, but like especially at the time, like it was kind of him and Yogscast and like CNanners were like the giant YouTube people at
Right.
the time. So that's how I met Jordan. And Kirshar was there. Ko and I hung out with Kirshar a bunch, and Tabby Rider,
Yep.
and Joe Hills.
Yep.
That was such a strange thing for me meeting Joe Hills for the first
Yeah.
time because he
Yeah,
went
me
from
too.
"Howdy y'all" to Mr. New Jersey accent, and I was like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah.
I like how whenever we get together around like something like this, we turn it into Minecraft nursing home. I remember the first Minecon.
Thomas.
I'm sad that's
with
one I didn't go to.
300
Ooh.
for direct relief.
Ooh.
Thank you so
300.
much.
300.
Thomas, too fast. Very generous. Las Vegas was, I think that's when they first realized that, oh, kids play this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I remember thinking it was very strange to hold this like convention for a kids game in Vegas, and like apparently they didn't at the time. I don't know.
Hey, look, kids have parents. It was weird, and they had that weird party in a club
Yeah. Oh yeah.
for the kids.
Kids. Yeah. Yeah.
Such a weird situation. I'll never forget the two line that really highlighted it for me.
Yeah.
There was the line of Minecon attendees, and then the line of club goers. They just are staring at this other line, like, who are these freaks?
Yeah.
$50 from
Remember them like
Anonymous. Thank
checking
you.
shoes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Checking
Didn't Ko? You got
shoes.
turned away, didn't you?
I did. Yeah. My shoes weren't cool enough.
And your hat was on or something. I remember them making you take your hat off too.
Yeah, I really basically just got like patted down and thrown out immediately. I also tried to throw Joe Hills under the bus. Because I was like, what about his shoes? His shoes look like crap. They're like, his shoes are stylish. All right.
I remember we sat down at one of the tables because, like, one of the, you couldn't sit at the table unless you did the whole bottle service thing. When the cheapest bottle was like $200 or something. And I asked one of the waitresses, like, "Well, can we sit here?" She's like, "Yeah, as long as someone doesn't want the table for bottle service, then you have to get up." So we sat down, and then all these very attractive, like Instagram reality type models started showing up and like sitting. I don't know who this guy was sitting beside me. I can't remember now, but I remember they sat beside him and they started like asking him all these questions. And then they're like, after about 5 minutes, they're like, "So when's the bottle gonna show up?" They left immediately. There was no bottle.
Vegas.
Vegas. No, I'm pretty fine with never going to that one, or even Vegas in general. Just Vegas is not. I'll be happy if I don't like have to go to Vegas at any point in my life.
I don't like Vegas either. I think it's a sinkhole. I don't like it.
Agreed.
I don't know if I'll probably never go to another Minecon. The last one we went to, not that I have a big problem with it or anything, but it has found its target audience, and I just
Well,
don't feel
it doesn't exist anymore. There's
like
that too.
Well, right. I mean, if they had one, but yeah, I forgot that they did do they did that distributed con or something. Whatever
I think that's what
that
they're
was.
calling it. Yeah.
Distributed.
Yeah, actually, no, they're doing another one in a month. It's happening.
Well, there's like Minecon Earth, but then there's
Yeah.
also like these
Lot.
third-party mine.
Yeah, Mine
fairs.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean like those? Wasn't there like a rash of fake ones or
Mhm.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
We almost.
I think
These
those
ones
have
are
calmed down a lot.
sponsored.
Yeah, they're like the mine fairs are like pretty well supported by Mojang, I think, right?
Yeah.
Like
I think
they have like Mojang employees attending usually and stuff.
Okay. They're branded.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Got it.
So it's like it's just like kind of run by a third party, and I think I get the impression it's very YouTuber focused. I mean, kind of like Minecon was, but
They invited me the same time they started inviting Chad and stuff. Chad was like really big into it. He was hosting stuff and all kinds of stuff. And they invited me in, and there was because there's one in Charlotte. I was like, oh yeah, sure, because Chad was going to, and so I agreed to go. A week before they emailed me, and they're like, yeah, we watched some of your content, and we decided that you're not friendly enough for this convention.
Hmm.
Invite rescinded.
Nice. Your shoes aren't fancy enough.
Yeah, he did tell me, he's like, if you decide in the future you want to attend, just clean up your content and let us know.
Hmm.
It's like,
Okay,
no, I'm
then.
good.
I'll let you know.
I turned my mic down. It's not peaking anymore, is it?
It was a little bit, but
Okay.
I mean, right now it's fine.
All right.
It's
I can't
better.
ever tell the difference anymore. I got so used to
Two
Geeky dude.
bananas has ruined you. For good, I mean.
You should have told me, because like this mic's so much different from my, because it's a headset mic. I saw it plugged in from our VR last night.
Actually, that I'm just joking because that was that old problem you used to have. And we
Oh,
would
the
tell
gain
you,
got
you
turned
get
way up.
you get very mad. So I stopped telling you. Eventually, you did fix it, and it was fine. This is almost nostalgic for me today.
Boy.
My favorite part of Minecon was always just like hanging out at the house or whatever that we got to, or like just basically hanging out with the Minecrackers, like not the
Yeah.
actual convention.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I said I missed being there, it's not because I wanted to go there. It's because hanging out with people is always the fun
Yeah.
part.
Minecrack Marathon's great when that happens, or when I can make it for that.
Yeah.
It's like even better.
It sucks you missed it last year. But you're making it this
Yeah.
year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
We still haven't announced it yet, right?
No, because I want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Though they say the dates are set in stone, so I guess we could announce it at this point.
No, just hashtag low hype. Hashtag
I think
it's
you're being
coming.
wise to hold off.
Yes.
Yeah, but just like
all the
it's coming.
details are in.
It's a thing that's happening soon-ish, maybe.
Probably. Definitely.
Maybe.
Yeah, the best bits of any of the things that we've done have always been just like getting everybody together and actually hanging out.
Yeah. That house we had in Florida,
Mhm.
was it?
No,
Anaheim.
Anaheim was
For
awesome.
the very last Minecon.
Yeah. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. Oh, in London too.
Yeah, other than the heat wave part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the drinking too much part.
I was about to- I've never heard anyone puke like you did that morning.
Oh my gosh.
Ever.
Honestly, I've kind of blocked that out. That part.
I'm sure there was too much alcohol to remember it.
Yeah.
Though the night before, when you were the drunkest I've ever seen you, that was the funnest Seth I've ever met.
Yeah, that's kind of how I. Yeah.
I kept trying to cut you off, and you're like, "I'm good." It's like, but no, you might want to stop. Especially when you were mixing a drink, and you just kept pouring vodka until like it started overflowing, and I'm like, "There's no room left in that glass, Seth."
BioWatt, thanks for the sub.
I brought up the story of you want me to turn this one down even more? Okay, Cone has come in the room and has informed me that he does slide this slider a little bit more.
Cone is a hero. You
Um,
could probably just slide that all the way down, to be honest. But
can you even still hear me at this point?
yeah. Oh
Very
yeah.
much so.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
know
can
what?
hear
It's
you
a
in the
different.
depths of my brain.
Hold
It's a
on.
different slider.
All right, it is a different slider. How is this? Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's the wrong slider. Let me try this one. How about this?
That's,
you're
that's
very
the
the right
slider.
Okay, found it.
It's the smallest good inside like a mouse hole. It's just a little mouse good.
All right, tell me when to stop. Am I getting any better? Am I too low still?
You're too low.
You're good.
Too low.
You're getting there.
34
You're getting
months
there.
in the
I'm
current
getting
sub
there.
for
Keep
sub.
talking. I'm
Zen
still
Hype say
trying.
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
How is it now? Is it
A little
good?
quiet, but close.
Okay, how about right here?
While you're back.
Uh,
That's
a
it?
little bit of peak.
Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
I was
Bring
gonna
it
say
back
you
a
went
little
from
bit.
like ASMR good
MJF,
to
thank you.
peaking good.
Okay. How about
Well, he's
this?
also reduced his voice. so
Right,
he's
yeah,
not-
so it's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
the
keep getting
volume.
quieter, right? All right, try to
Mhm.
talk normal voice. Ah.
You sound good. You sound pretty good. That's normal good.
All right. I'll break that just a little bit. But what I was gonna say is I brought up yesterday during FLoB-A-THON, the first time we went to a convention where there was like legal marijuana and we tried to record a podcast. And poor Kurt was sitting there. I think I was in Seattle. Kurt was sitting there, the only sober man in the room. He giggled for like 2 hours.
I think I just like fell asleep.
You did. That's why I brought up. I was like, Seth was in the background asleep, and I don't know if he was still asleep when we recorded the podcast. If so,
I
there's
think I
just
went
Seth
to
in the
bed.
background. Okay.
That was it was PAX. That's what that was.
Yeah. Remember that was like right after the first like legalization in any states really, and
Mhm.
you get there and like you go to the store or whatever, and it's just this line for miles and miles and miles because all the pack stores were like, I'm gonna try marijuana now. So, which we were guilty of the same thing.
Bonnery, $142.
Ooh.
Ooh, direct relief. Thank you so much. Is it
Hello.
time or is it nearly time? It's nearly time. We tend to try to find an interesting spot to press F3. And then back
How
up
about
the
right in the
roll.
middle of the ocean?
Yep, right in the middle of the ocean. That would be a first.
You got a pretty interesting formation there that you're headed towards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Like a little Pride Rock thing going on up there.
Can you hold Wolfie up to the sun?
Masawenya.
One day, my Wolfie, all of this will be completely screwed up mathematically.
It's got a
Natural cobblestone generator.
cobble generator. Ah, Wolfie, don't go near it though.
That lava looks
This will be a good
weird.
spot after Wolfie dies here.
Yeah. Starts on fire. Top of the hour.
It's not even the alarm, it's the vibration.
That,
Nope.
oh, nope. Four lands or bust.
Don't start gooding me up again.
Gooding me up.
Oh.
What? What's this a verb?
The
Kurt
famous day 3 lunch break
Yeah.
from Far Lands of Bust featuring Good and Fedrin.
Kurt left Good and I alone for like an hour. It was bad.
Sounds pretty bad.
Terrible.
I mean, I've heard good things back. I got good, feedback, but
I learned some stuff.
David, thanks for the $10 to Direct Relief, and Tin for
Excuse me?
$3.69.
Sure.
It's TINH and then 1 million, so I just pronounce it Tin.
Oh.
We're the top 7 Minecraft streamer on Twitch.com right now.
Ooh.
Isn't it Twitch.tv?
Oh no, he's top 7 Twitch.com. He's not.
Yeah, Twitch TV is another story.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my partnership. Keep moving the goalposts.
Oh.
Oh,
David asked, what are your thoughts on cruise control? Do you use it every chance you get, or only in certain situations, or avoid it at all costs? Cruise control. I don't know that I have any.
He's like having flashbacks to Nom now.
it's one of those things like I imagine nobody has super strong opinions about.
It's funny because me and Cone had this conversation earlier coming back from Raleigh, and we did have strong opinions on it.
Oh,
Oh, all right. Well,
I bet you is Cone against.
No, he's very for. So am I.
Really?
And the people who don't use it need to either manage their speed or learn how to use cruise control.
So wait, you had a very strong opinion, but it was the same opinion.
Right, we both shared the same opinion strongly.
Oh.
That we were angry at those who either, if you're gonna press your own gas pedal, that's fine, but keep your speed at the speed that you're going, and don't go 70 in front of me, get in front of me, then slow down to 65. Because I'm using cruise control, and I'm now gonna run over you.
okay. At first, I was very confused. Like, how do you know that people aren't managing their speed right without cruise control?
All right.
If I'm like cruising on a highway or whatever, yeah, sure,
Cruising.
cruising, man. But
For a bruising or for something else?
cruising for a cruise.
For something else.
I didn't say that. I just, implied it.
I don't really
top-
use it myself, but I also keep pretty steady speed.
That's fine.
But like, for me, I always feel like I have to feel like I'm controlling what's going on. I actually don't like riding passenger because I get a little car sick.
Hmm.
So it's probably got something to do with that. I feel weird leaving it to a button.
You're
True.
saying you're not going to get an AI car.
I
mean,
don't
they have,
know.
Yeah, they have those cars that have adaptive cruise control now that like it follows the speed of the car in front of you, so it keeps a certain distance. So you don't
That's
have...
how my Outback was. Does your Subaru do that?
No, I didn't get the radar or eyesight, whatever it's called.
Right.
So that's like the cruise control for good. Then it solves that problem.
Well, no, because then it's just placating the jerks.
do have a neat area here.
Have you died in Farlands or Bust?
Never.
Never. Well, then you can just break the beds and take them with you, right?
Well, no, because if I do die, I don't want to go all the
No,
way
you're not
back
gonna
to
die.
spawn.
You're
I mean, mathematically, it's impossible, right?
Yeah.
Look, Kurt,
You have
Kurt,
0% chance.
you need to raise the stakes, right?
Oh, I like this next area though.
Yeah, if you do die, you start over.
Oh god.
Just walk back. It's fine.
Do you ever press F3 when no one's looking?
I lock the doors,
No.
close the shades. Mamatsky, thanks for $20. And Linus, sure, for a hundo. Much
Hundo.
appreciated. What are we up to? $36,688. 69 cents. Nice.
Ah, the sex number.
That is the sex number.
Just that whole number is the sex number.
$36,688.
What position? Well, no.
That's
not.
a it doesn't quite roll off the tongue.
Mm-mm.
It's my safe word.
Be hard to 36,688.69. Come on.
This is the problem I always run into. Like, is this the spot? Is this the spot? This is all right, but
Yeah, you still got
Going
like
out
an
to eat
hour.
with Kurt.
Olive Garden. Is this the spot?
No.
No.
Look at all that gluten.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been to an Olive Garden, and I already know that's a problem.
Yes, I see that
What's that
single
over there to the
block in the
left?
water. People are, but there's this
Not
very
that left.
cool hill.
Yeah, that hill.
But single block, Kurt.
A single block. We started the FLoB-A-THON with a really cool tall waterfall. Ooh, I'd like this. This is like on its own little island.
Oh yeah.
There's even more stuff in the distance, even further.
You should stand in the waterfall like a monk in training.
And try to hold still.
Yeah.
This is before they added console commands to the game, isn't it? This is like long before that. I mean, yeah. Or I mean, there was a console for like the server, but you couldn't do it in game.
Right, yeah, because
Sounds
this is
like so.
before they joined the branches of server and single player. Need to find the perfect spot. Ooh. It's getting more and more amazing the further I go. Watch your step, though.
Whoa, that's like a really tall like spire thingy up ahead.
Completely different
Cool.
from that spire thingy we passed up.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's got a cross on the ground.
Blessed. Hashtag
Well,
blessed.
It's blessed.
Holy water.
Press F3 to baptize.
Please just stand in the water and press F3.
Anonymous. Thank you for $100.31.
Undo.
$36,789. Got rid of that sex number. Oh man.
Well, it's because we're in the presence of Jesus.
Oh yeah. Save room for Jesus. All right.
All right.
Everywhere is amazing.
It's like Bob Ross just joined Minecraft.
Look at that. That's a really tall thing.
So many tall things. You're breathtaking. Yeah. All right. Seriously. The indecisiveness.
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
And another $100 donation. See the $100 the hundos keep coming in. If I press F3, they're gonna stop.
Sure.
Thank you very much,
Hundo.
Anonymous. Bringing back the
Came with
sex, number. Yep.
They didn't want their name attached to that. Revenge of the sex.
Have you ever done the final monument like in like a spawn or anything like that?
Have we? I don't think so. I think that's been the sort of thing that we've like seen and then passed up.
The time you went to the Nether, was that at the end of a FLoB-A-THON, or
No, that was
that
just
just
for
a
episode 300 or 200, 300. That was just like an episode 300 thing. A milestone. Episode 200.
Yo.
Yo.
That donation.
Oh! Cursed!
Yeah.
A cursed donation. 311.31. We've been. Whoa! There's pit of lava. Thank you very much, Anonymous.
Cursed hundos.
Cursed hundos.
Somebody needs to investigate that donation.
F3 over the lava. I would have to fill it up and make it safe with obsidian. That is a lava pit right there. And then that means we passed 37,000.
Ooh.
Thank you, everybody. 20 from Taco-ni.
What about that hole right there that you just passed?
That hole.
That one block hole.
Oh, that's,
Stuff yourself in that.
it means something.
That's the block that was in the water earlier.
Oh.
Yep. There you go.
Over the lava pool would be interesting. All right. He says as he continues to walk. All right, we're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. I swear. Like it's getting uninteresting. All right, I'm gonna do a sleep. I'm gonna do a sleep here. And then we're gonna do it. I gotta tweak too, just to make sure.
Oh man, I just looked at the clock and it's 3:11.
Ah. Did that donation come through at 3:11 my time? I think it did. I think it did.
No.
What's the
Next level
what's the
memes.
311 thing? What's going on?
It's a curse you don't want to know
Did they
about.
make it funny? Okay.
It's a Justin thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why Justin says it's cursed other than the band 311, but why is it? I don't know either why Justin. I just know Justin says
That's
it's a cursed
just
number.
the lore. It's
Okay.
It started off of the old meme of investigate 9/11, and then turned that into the joke that's 311 and a band.
Investigate 311.
Yes.
Yeah, just it's
Okay.
a sprawling mess.
7-Eleven was a part-time job.
FLoB-A-THON 2 months, eh?
Oh man, so much stuff. Fluffleluff, thanks for the sub. Bonnery, $134. The direct relief, thank you so much. No Gollum Kirby for the bits. I don't know that any have ever been in snow. Done one in snow. This is above the clouds. There's also that little tiny island down there. Hold on! Wait! Yeah, no, can you tell I'm terrible at making decisions? Picking restaurants?
Nah.
I asked Cohen earlier when the plan was for this, and he's like, "Well, he'll start looking at 6, but it'll definitely be 7." Before.
He's been here for a few. I get down.
That's what I said. I'm like, we still had like an hour when he started looking.
This description makes it sound like he's a animal of some kind, and this is a documentary. The Kurt is now sniffing around. Well, he's going to build his home somewhere in this location.
Nick, thank you very much for 15 bucks, and then 250 from Anonymous. Thank you so much. $37,620 raised. Whole area is kind of neat. Where do we press
How
it?
far are we away from 40K?
Oh, do you see that tree on the little ledge on that giant hill? There's like
That one? It's
there's like a
floating?
no,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
there.
to the right of that. Although that is cool
Oh.
too.
Right.
To the right of that, if you look around the tree,
It's a tree on a Tetris piece.
I look around.
you have to go to the. You have to move to the right too. Oh, never mind.
There's
a cool ledge saying, I saw it. No one else.
Oh,
It's
this?
fine. Yeah.
That's like a
You got
little broken bridge.
Yeah. Looks pretty
I'm
good.
going back. I'm going east here. We're subtracting from the number. This whole area is pretty neat. Oh man, it is very neat.
Mm.
There's gonna be mobs under there.
I don't know if I want to be under there.
Yeah.
That looks really cool. Yeah.
The Kurt seems to have taken a particular interest in this location.
For nesting location. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of mans.
The Kurt is afraid of the mans.
It's a weird feature they put into Minecraft. The further you go out, the more mans there are.
Okay, mans. Computerizer with a elite donation, $133.70.
1 1/3 hundo.
Hacker Hundo.
Hackerundos.
Hacker hunter.
Ugh, man. If if Herobrine had ever turned out to be a thing that really was in the game, the idea of it getting worse the further you go out is pretty terrifying. Just eventually it's all Herobrines all the way down.
The way I can get on top of this thing.
Could always like dig a staircase up or something.
Could.
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of doing. A lot of effort.
Seth playing
He
here
just
with
walks, all right.
a Minecraft tutorial.
Nedrios, thanks for the 2407 to Direct Relief Charity.
I always thought it was Nedry OS, like he's like an operating system.
Yeah.
True. There's somebody else, I call Magnetos, but I think it's Magnet OS because the OS is capitalized. But Magnetos sounds more fun.
More better.
It's the new metal flavored version of Doritos.
It's Magneat O's. Now part of a balanced breakfast.
Geagle. Geagle? There's a lot of words and then eagle. Thank you for $20. Oh, where? Ooh.
We've been corrected. It's Magnet OS.
Magnet OS. Yeah, that one I know for sure because that's been happening for a while. Alright, I'm gonna try to get on this thing. Seth is getting restless. He's having to stretch.
Still the same chair?
7th inning stretch. Which chair?
I feel like you've had that chair for a long time.
This one I think I've had for about 2 years. I don't know. All my chairs tend to get squeaky over time. Oh, look at you.
Wolfie.
Just going right up that hill.
Right up this hill. Ow. I'm fine. Oh.
Doesn't take any damage. Ow!
Alright, this might be a bad idea, actually.
Or it might be a great idea.
Well, the thing with the offset is that Wolfie is glitching into leaf blocks now, taking damage. So, hey, and also pushing me off the cliff. All right, bad idea. Let's say hi. Oh, you idiot! Oh my god! All right, bad idea. No top of cliffs.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
The things that are happening.
Very dumb dog. All right, I like that island. Maybe that island we just came from. We got a nice view from underneath this cliffy area. Oh, Trick-a-Dee Coyote with a hundo. That's a skeleton. Hundo. That's a skeleton.
Hundo.
And Tom's Banana Cakes. Thank you for the donation, $2.92. And Chainsaw the Hamster, $5. Much appreciated. Well, maybe
No,
it's a
that's the
hamster
hamster's name.
named, Chainsaw.
Oh,
Not a.
He's got tattoos and
okay.
spikes and stuff. It's fine.
Real cool guy.
I feel like if you took a chainsaw to a hamster, it would be over very quick.
You wouldn't have to turn it on.
No.
Really, you wouldn't. That's true.
No.
Set it down on top of him, really.
Is it? Oh, I'm seeing numbers in my chat. We're at $67,905.69. Man, I really like this area over here because we get a nice view, but be at a safe distance from the cliffs. I mean, that block kind of stands out. This block kind of stands out. Nice. 360-degree panorama. Don't forget to tweet. Thanks, Cone. You know what I'm going to do? Because the sun is setting. Should this be the block? I placed a torch on it. Does that make it the block?
I think that makes it the block.
I think that makes it the block. All right, let me... Cone is business managing. Marketing coordinator. Push the button, I gotta pee.
Pee break for everybody.
Alright. Wolfie, sit.
Has the tweet happened?
The tweet hasn't
No, it has
happened
not.
yet. I'm
Okay.
in the game. EA Sports. Alright. What was your... I'm going to copy your hashtag, Fendrin.
Oh God.
So there will be 2 instances now on Twitter.
Woohoo!
Oh, it auto-filled it for me too because of it. All right. I've prematurely placed this bed. 10 with $3.80. Oh, you're guessing 3.8 million, huh? I believe Kavak. Somebody's set up a like a guess system bot thing. But get your guesses in. You can only sleep at night. I would like to stick with 3,867,530.9. Just because that would be funny.
Oh, do you think any of them even recognize that?
I did.
Yeah, well, somebody made
But
the joke earlier with their donation or something like that,
Oh, okay.
and then I decided that would be the one. All right. Okay. We got the block.
I'm sad that it wouldn't be 3,110,000.
Well, no, that was what was it? Our last F3 was 312 or something like that. Can't remember now. We're already well past 300. All right, we chose the block. We have this very nice view of this very dangerous cliff face that we will not be climbing. We just passed 1,000 viewers. Good Googles.
Good.
It's happening.
Is it time? Is it?
It is time.
Is there a procedure for this?
Not really. I've chosen
He
the
takes
block.
his finger and he lowers it down.
Well, don't you sometimes build like a thing?
Well, yeah, that happens afterwards. Where I'll
that's
build a
nice.
monument with. In this one, I'll be digging around here somewhere to find a diamond to make a record player to play this green record I've been carrying for who knows how many hundreds of episodes. Holy cow! A hundo from Gorlax the Thick. 2 C's.
Hundo.
$5 from Jim. The Zephyr Storm, $20. Thank you so much. Oh, we got some music playing in the game too. All right, here. Let me just take a screenshot of the area for posterity. All right, who's ready? Holy cow! And Babass with a bath bomb, gift subs. Thanks so much. All right, who's ready?
I'm ready.
It's been over 2 years. Press F3.
Really?
Lisa needs braces.
Well, now hold
He's
on.
going to do the procedure.
I gotta do the procedure. We're getting a lot of subs.
I saw somebody in the chat suggesting that you like count to it with F1,
Lisa
F2,
F1.
and you do it on F3.
How about I count down? F12, F11,
Oh, yeah.
F10, F9,
F9,
F8,
F8.
F7, F6, F5,
F3 minus 2.
F4,
Oh, F4.
F3.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
can't
Oh,
stand all this.
I was
There we go.
close. I was close. The new number in the Z coordinates.
Woo.
3,857,848.
That's
Wow.
pretty far.
That is very far. That's honestly I didn't think we were that far.
Wow.
Lisa needs braces.
Honestly, if I haven't
How
walked
much in
back,
the X have you changed? Are you?
oh
off
man,
more or
I'm way
less?
off on the X. I'm 43,000 off.
Yeah.
Where were you last?
43,916.
Where were you last time?
I think I was 36.
Congratulations.
Well, you stayed good on the Y.
So wait a minute. am I making it worse by? Because I was trying to drift to the right. No, that reduces the number. All right, I'll have to drift to the right even more, I guess.
Well,
There
you
it
kept the
is.
Y pretty good.
Yeah, the Y has stayed. Well, it would have been different had I been on top of that. That would have been the biggest deviation of the Y. Donations coming in. Holy moly, Typhoon Gunner with 12,000 bits. Thank you so much. Yikes. Much appreciated. And Don with $5 to Direct Relief. Tin with 385. Wolfie is identity ID number 12 here. I don't see many mobs underground. That might be good.
D. Webster says that's 30.7% of the way.
Oh, we did. We passed 30%.
Huh.
Well, a third of the way.
Whoa.
Cassandra would be 33%, but not to be pedantic.
30. Wow.
But 30%.
33.3 repeating.
Yeah. 3 million. Well, I gotta take a screenshot. What am I doing?
Congratulations on the new F3.
5,000 bits, Celesta Rose, thank you. And everybody else doing all I can't keep up. They're scrolling off my screen. Much appreciated. Does it ring? That kind of could. 3857848. Memorize that. 33857 Empire. There it is. Man, how have I been drifting to the left so much? That still amazes me. I like swear this entire FLoB-A-THON I've been decidedly trying to kind of move to the right, but apparently not enough.
Make that your next mission.
You know what? Not everyone's an ambi-turner, Kurt. It's
True.
You should, for your next one, you should try to target an X and Y of 0, and then whatever your new Z is.
Congrats on your
An
achievement.
X and Y of 0.
why.
Let me dig down. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, we never had an F3 over ocean. We never had an F3 where we dug down. Rock Mage, thanks for those bits. Jagum, thanks for $20 to Direct Relief. $38,063.35 to Direct Relief. Awesome. We did it, everybody.
Yeah.
Now all
Congratulations,
that's left.
Kurt.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
congrats.
And thanks for joining, everybody. Ko, Good, Fedrin, Seth. Thanks for fixing your mic, Seth.
And good.
That was directed
Yeah,
at me.
Oh, you too,
Good
dude.
elite.
Thank you, Computerizer. Neat. This is a pretty cool place that we found, too. Out of the, like, 4 cool places we passed up until we got here.
For a second, I was like, when'd you add a heart monitor?
Oh.
Forgot what that used to look like.
Oh yeah.
At some point, they added, like, some other graph over on the lower right that was weird, too.
God, yeah, that doesn't look familiar at all.
Yep. And then they banished graphs altogether.
Yep. Yeah, it's like when you move around and... What is that, like?
If you press an extra button, you get like a pie graph, though.
Is that in this one?
No, in the new
Yeah.
version.
Oh, yeah, like
Congratulations.
Control F3 or something. Or
Yeah.
Thanks,
You
Ken.
press too many buttons.
Wolfie, I don't think Wolfie has always been. I'd given an ID of 12 just because I think it's dependent on like their order of spawning. So if like I sleep somewhere where there's a bunch of cows and then load the world gets a different ID.
They have ID numbers?
Yeah, you remember this, Seth.
No.
Yeah, and then that's how you could tell where there were caves because you could see the ID numbers underground, but there doesn't seem to be any around here.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
Like trying to find any other animals. Or there's a skeleton over here, but
Things have changed so much.
Yeah,
entity
there wasn't
ID.
any
That's the word I
bees.
was looking for. Thanks.
I didn't remember this either, and I just thought that was Wolfie's true name.
12. Number 12.
Yeah, this is before name tags, right?
Yeah, this is really weird that there's none. I like other times we pressed F3, we look down and there's a bunch of numbers floating around.
This is a solid world. No caves at all.
Solid. It'll be very easy to dig down and get those diamonds to make that record player.
Mm-hmm.
I sensed some unquestionable in that. Like, it's gonna be easy. Gonna have no problems.
Really not any problems.
I go.
Are
no.
your monuments part of the FLoB canon, or are you okay to die during those?
I've never died, so I guess they're part of that. So, but yeah, I try not to. I mean, like the last one, we made a big tree, so there was a lot of
That's just my first thought. It's like
curiousness.
those, yeah, those are always probably pushing the danger level up a little.
Canonical flobitude. Yeah, it would be. I guess it would be the least problematic place to die since I'm right here next to a bed, as opposed to like dying during the journey and then you lose a full day's worth of walking and you got to try to find where all your stuff fell.
Yeah.
Well, Another screenshot.
Not much of a threat for the Iron Man.
The Iron Curtain.
Mhm.
There we have it. I'm going to sleep again. And then that's going to wrap up FLoB-A-THON. FLoB-A-THON-A-DAY-A-RAMA Week 2019. The official name.
FLoB-A-RAMA.
FLoB-A-RAMA.
Oh, you don't build the monument now?
No. Would you like me to?
No,
Yeah, I felt like the follow-up statement was like, "Oh, I'm leaving." now."
No, I'm done. Thank you and goodbye. Rin Kano, thanks for $20 for the direct relief. The direct relief donations are still open, and we did pass that $38,000 mark. Thank you, everybody who's given to direct relief today, this week, and this entire season. Like Good reminded us, I'm still going to live stream building the monument. I still got to come up with an idea, and then also get that diamond and make that record player.
The things and stuff.
Things and stuff. Many plans. Let's go to sleep. Laughing at me while I'm sleeping.
Sorry.
And awakeness.
And awakeness and quit the gameness. Minecraft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a bad password. It is Minecraft. It is.
And that was the procedure.
That's the procedure.
All right.
It takes an hour to find and then press F3 and then end the FLoB-A-THON, but that's the procedure. Thanks once again, everybody. Like I said, Seth, Vedran, Good.
GG, Kurt.
Thanks.
GG.
Congratulations again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the next FLoB-A-THON. And hopefully before then. We'll see you at the marathon.
Ooh, yeah.
TBA, to be announced specifically, as well as determined specifically.
It's mostly determined.
Yeah, there's no stress. We're going with these stress-free events, right, Good?
Yeah, I'm not stressed.
All right, I'm going to hop out of the call. Thanks again.
See you, Kurt.
See ya.
Yep.
Have
See you
fun.
later. Have a good one.
Congratulations.
Thanks. And there we have it, everybody. FLoB-A-THON. Which FLoB-A-THON is this? The 6th? Well, it has to have been the 6th because it's the 7th season. And there was none after the first season because there was no season in the first season. There was no charity thing, or F3. The 6th FLoB-A-THON. Like I said, you can still donate. The season isn't over until I record the monument building, and then we build the monument, and that's going to be episode 655, I believe. Is going to be the last episode for season 7. Thank you everybody for joining. The crazy amount of viewers and for following. I'm seeing a lot of follows too, so hopefully you like more than just Farlands or Bust. 755? Did I say 600? 755 is going to be the last episode of season 7. We'll be streaming, building the monument. Give me your monument ideas. Did anybody get close with the guesses? I never even checked on the guesses. Was it Enyon? Kavak? I'm surprised that my kind of joke guess got close. Oh, hey, Home for Summer. Didn't even see you there. There's a lot going on. Enyon. Oh, I see you now on Twitter. Enyon was 2,848 blocks off. And Sigurt was 1,084 off the offset, off the north. Thomas, too fast. Thank you very much. We will see you next time. Thank you for being very generous with your donation to Direct Relief. With a hundo. List of all the F3 guesses. All right, I'm going to look at this. Oh, it's just a downloaded CSV. All right, never mind. Thank you very much. I'm gonna wrap up my stream here. Good is going to start his cooking stream. I will be raiding Good and talk about his loud microphone. No, but Cone Dodger is over there assisting with the cooking stream they're doing. Gotta get that ramp truck for Cone. It's ramp truck season. ramp truck season. And before I go, we do have one more tradition, one more procedure, like Co called it, and that would be the endless journey that is Car on a Stick. There's no F3 in Car on a Stick, but we know we've been to worlds beyond.